Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Shards of Nyrn here on Dork Tales. How is everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes?
Alright.
Yes.
Nice.
Absolutely yes.
Nice. Absolutely yes is my favorite kind of yes. So hey folks, how's it going? This is the Shards of Nyrn, Season 4, Episode 5 for the Hoard. And if you are tuning in for the first time, you've missed about 4 seasons of info. So all I gotta tell you right now is that, stuff's going well. And the characters are going to try to acquire some loot from a dragon hoard this episode. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. And we will do that just shortly. But first, we should do any announcements and introductions that may be needed. So first of all, hello, how's it going? My name's Kelly. I'm an Aquarius, and I'm your Dungeon Master tonight. I use he and him as my pronouns. And, well, tonight I am drinking water out of an invisible cup. And also, I got this thing at the store earlier, which is like a crantastic fermented honey beverage. It's not mead, but it's like Mead's barely alcoholic cousin, I'm pretty sure. So it's pasteurized. Oh, no, it's unpasteurized. We'll see how it goes. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Cheers.
It's a new adventure every day.
It's a new adventure. It's tingly. That's good, actually. That's good. Very cran. All right, let's pass it down to Christine.
Well, hello.
Ha.
I'm Christine, and I use she/her pronouns, and I am a Virgo. But tonight I am playing Amalia Sunsworn, who I have no idea what her zodiac sign is. Like, I'm assuming the zodiac in Nyrn would be in Ylos would be different.
Vastly different, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be interesting to figure out one day.
Ooh.
But Malia is our dwarven tempest cleric of Bela, and she is amazing and gruff and throws a hammer.
That's true. Let's pass it over to Amy.
Hello, I am Amy. I use she, her, they, them pronouns, and I am playing Tia Armstrong, our half-orc druid, who I think her Elosian astrology sign is bear.
No, she is bear. There's a difference.
She's a Beargo.
Both could be true. Yeah, she's a Beargo.
Yeah, opposite.
Beargo roar.
Beargo roar, Beargo bite. Beargo fight.
Yeah.
Fight. All right, that sounds great. Let's head down to Kat.
Hey everyone, my webcam is up here tonight, not over there. Hey everyone, my name is Kat. I am a Virgo, and tonight I am playing our half-elf ranger in the group, Xeno Rightwing.
I just forgot that your birthday was not that, wait, no, I guess that was Virgo. Your birthday is...
September 9th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I am just all mixed up for time. Time doesn't exist anymore.
Time is
really?
a construct.
And so are some of the things you'll be fighting tonight.
Ah!
Let's head over. Hi, Winter.
Hi, that's me. I am Winter. I play Mars. I am a she-sheep Sagittarius that apparently appreciates flock mentality and is also known for changing their hair colors. Thank you,
You're on
Amy.
point tonight. You've had a lot of good jokes behind camera. So...
Well, if you want to hear more, it's also evolved to run away from any problem, soft, but filled with survival instincts, a little too curious about the surroundings. Truth.
Yours was better than mine. I got pig.
I like the...
Okay,
sheep.
link me this so I can see what the hell you're
I
talking
want to
about.
see what mine is before
I'll
I go.
I'll find it and share it. One sec.
Find that and share that. I
Time.
bet.
Yeah.
And finally, let's head over and say hi to Winter. Are you done?
I'm the rogue warlock.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Roguelock. And let's pass over to Robin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robin. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns. I am a Leo. And tonight I am playing Aphadia Stardust. The, Did I say what genasi she was?
You did last game, yeah. You said that you were an astral
an
genasi.
astral genasi. Genasi, I don't know. Astral
An actual
genasi.
genasi.
An actual genasi.
An actual factual genasi.
Who is a graphiturgy wizard. So I'm all about that. People just, may gravitate towards me.
I don't know why, Robin, but I think of Astral Jenny.
Astral Jenny.
Astral Denny.
Astral Jenny from the block.
Astral Jenny from Jenny and the Jets. That's
Basically.
Betty. But yeah, it's fun. I like this casual Wednesdays. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, not
I
having.
found the post.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your... Okay, Kelly, what's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
An Aquarius? What? Oh. Where did the rest of them go? Oh, there they are. Okay.
Thank you, Giselle.
I do not know how to navigate Facebook on my computer,
don't
apparently,
share
ever.
her number to the chat.
But Jenny, I got your
Aquarius?
number.
Is a ferret. Needs space to explore and fuck around. Naturally poor vision and constantly running into things. Most talkative when excited. Will strike fear in you when angry and plays with you by being a little mean.
I don't see how any of this is wrong, bitches.
That is... it's Kelly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't see sexy
Who wants
in
to
there.
know theirs?
Leo.
Leo? Okay.
Yeah.
Leo is a horse.
Yes!
I thought you were
Will
going to
run
say
until
something
their
else.
lungs give out, lets you know that you look rough today. You have to earn their trust first. Always a bad idea to sneak up on them, and prefers going solo but really enjoys socializing.
Yes. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Virgo?
Virgo?
There are two
Virgo
of them.
is a donkey, a little dead inside since birth.
Yep.
Will only attack you if you get into their personal space.
Yep.
Has a very unique laugh. Eventually does what you ask them to do, maybe. Doesn't show it, but loves you.
I'm feeling a little called out here.
I am in this
Especially
photo and I don't like
the
it.
thing about my laugh. Because it's fucking true. I don't like it.
This is fun.
Someone wants Libra. Or I'll just share you. Libra's a dog.
I love this is how we're spending our
Ferocious in
announcements.
another life. Has natural leadership skills, but they're lost to time. Observes and repeats, observes and repeats, observes, ... Biggest fear is making upset and missed you, but also had fun alone.
Welcome to
I'm
Dork
stopping at that.
Astrology.
I'm stopping at that.
Astrology.
Yeah.
All right. So, just checking one last thing. Anybody have any more announcements that they want to mention?
I'm trying to find stuff to put towards a costume for Mars because that would be fun.
That'd be
but
rad.
it's hard. It's hard and money.
Money is the most difficult part of that.
Talk to
I think.
Krista.
Krista.
Because she works for much less than she's worth, unfortunately. Because it's hard to convince her to actually take your money. But when you do, it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I have my costume from Krista for XLR. It's so cool. She made it like parts of it removable, so it's like, oh, it's so good.
Vincent ate a portion of my costume for XR.
Vincent.
He did.
I have a wig for Malia, roughly. It's not perfect, but I don't think without doing custom, I would actually get actually what she has. But yeah, I haven't put together an outfit because armor. I don't have the time to learn how to do foam.
That's fair.
It's actually
But you
easier.
could get like a
that would look
tabard.
so cool though.
Can Amy break out the cootie catcher next? Yeah, I think we could do that.
What's a cootie? I don't
It's that pinchy thing, the Pac-Man thing with like all the different
That's
things. That's what it's.
fortune tellers?
Yeah, some people call them cootie catchers.
I've never heard that term before,
I've
but I
never
definitely
heard that term either.
I've never heard that either.
Huh,
It's
wild.
a fortune teller.
It's regional, right? So
Yeah. No, we just called them fortune tellers. That's all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense. See,
Oh yeah,
we
do
had
Canadians not know in the
cootie
childhood game
catch.
of cootie catchers? Yeah, I
Oh
had
no,
never
like
heard
we
that
we
term
had
myself.
those things.
Yeah,
we just
We didn't call them that
We
though.
just call them cootie catchers. That sounds
See,
Weird.
we actually had this game which was like weird, like ant-shaped critters that were called cooties. So like,
yeah.
Weird. What is this?
COVID cooties. Nobody wants COVID cooties,
No, but everyone's getting COVID.
but
cooties.
everyone's getting COVID cooties. My boss is out with COVID right now.
oh really?
I've had 2 people
Yeah.
apparently this week off from COVID from work. I did not know that.
Everyone's gonna get it.
I'm not gonna get it.
I get my booster on Friday.
never
Kel's
gonna
coming
get
with
it.
me.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is
All right.
I'm
nice.
getting mine on Saturday.
Yeah. I think you and Christine are getting them together, aren't you?
Yes,
Nice,
we're COVID buddies.
We're
Cool.
getting poked
nice.
with needles.
So anyway, sorry,
I felt like I had to like clarify because
So-
otherwise people would say something.
So many jokes.
Because I know how dirty your minds are. All of you.
All of you. Folks, we're going to be starting in just a sec. One last announcement. I got something in the mail today. I just want to point out that this is not a sponsored thing. In fact, I paid for it. But I got Rest in Pieces in the mail today, which is fill the shoes of this fed up deadbeat roommate that happens to share a cramped studio apartment with none other than the Grim Reaper. What can go wrong? Does go wrong in this ridiculous game of bad days and difficult roommates. Rest in Peace is a dark comedy tabletop role-playing game inspired by the misadventures, cartoon logic, and over-the-top characters of sitcoms like The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Regular Show, Rick and Morty, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. With 14 unique problem scenarios to rile up your roommates, you'll be ready to play in minutes. It's a role-playing game where you play with a Jenga tower.
Amazing.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
I definitely need a new light to put on the other side of me because I'm getting some crazy shadows.
Yeah, you're very dark today.
Yeah, well, it's because my light is over here where my camera used to be. So I used to be like, wee, light straight into me. But now, camera's up here, light's over here. So now I'm like, dark. So now I need another light to shine on the other side of me. That'll happen on payday, I think.
That sounds... do you have room for another ring light?
I mean, if I can get one with a clip that I can attach to
If
my
you can get the
desk,
clip,
yes.
I can get you the ring light. I have a
Fair
spare.
enough. How big is it?
I don't know. Cal gave it to me. It's like I think
fair.
it's like mirror sized.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I have mine's.
This is slightly larger. I think it's like an 8-inch.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. Anyway, I was just reading our personal chat and was very confused. I have to ask a question.
Ute.
Does Vak or Goss sound cooler?
Goss. Sounds like goss.
Goss,
So long as
goss, goss.
All right.
I feel like Vak would just end up being fuck all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas goss just ends up being Eurobeat, and that's cooler.
Goss. Guhas.
Goss,
All right.
goss.
Oh God, do gosh.
Somebody followed me this minute for what we're doing right now, and I appreciate you because we're not doing a damn thing right now until right now because it's about time to start a game.
Mm-hmm.
I like this beverage, but it's really, really tart. They didn't fuck around with the cranberry, not canberry. Canberry is a berry from a can. So, sorry, folks. If I seem a little bit out of it tonight, my ADHD medication played badly with me today, so I'm a little spacey because AD medication overclocks and makes your heart go tick-tock. So it was a fun day. Okay. Without further ado, let's start the Shards of Nyrn, Season 4, Episode 5. Over breakfast that morning, you all determined that the best way to proceed would be to go and find, well, something special, something that would get you in to the back rooms and high-stakes areas of the casino city of Mirage. Luckily, Fadia, from her previous travels, knows of a nearby dragon horde, some 2 leagues away, if the compass serves correctly. The only problem there is whether or not it still exists after all of this time. For in your downtime, you were able to determine that something close to about 800 years had passed since you had last entered that crystal. And, things change. Especially the fact that apparently your new party had encountered this dragon, Nazarul. When you met them, well, when you studied them, they were but a wormling, establishing a foothold for themselves in the singing wastes and the deserts north of Serene. But now, 900 years later, that dragon would be a fully grown adult, ready to wreak havoc. And potentially bring about death to anyone foolish enough to enter its lair. Can I get I want to get a nature check off of everybody. Zeno has advantage on this roll.
Oh, good, because my first one was a 3.
Yeah, don't take that one.
You know what would really help right now? If I had my character sheet in front of me.
I have 15.
15?
21.
Perfect.
13.
17 for me.
That's it? 17?
Surprisingly enough, I only add +1 to my nature.
Is that all you do?
17.
Do you add more for favorite enemy?
Oh yeah, I do, because that is definitely a dragon.
This is,
I had 2 for favorite enemies.
So 19.
So 19, yes.
Okay. So, Winter, you and... What is in front of the screen right now? Hold on, I think you're muted. Is that your laptop?
I think her camera fell down.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That explains a lot.
It explains most things.
Accurate.
All right.
Oh
I love that you're making the what's her name from The Bad Place face.
Eleanor?
Eleanor. Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, Fork.
Is that okay? Oh, fork. I'm bullshit.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Okay.
I think you're good. So, Mars, you and Xeno will remember from earlier. You'll remember, for one, that Nazarul, the blue dragon that you encountered outside of Apesh, is an absolute monster. Dragons in Ylos live quite a bit longer than they do, and mature at a slower rate than they do in the traditional books. About 1,000 years is nearing that late adulthood before you become something quite a bit larger, like an ancient red dragon or an ancient, etc. So at her age, she is definitely a potent adult dragon. Blue dragons, of course, are lightning breathers. They are, of course, immune to lightning and vulnerable to... Who knows off the top of your head? Where's my monster manual? Where is my monster manual?
Which one, Kelly?
The actual monster manual. The manual of monsters, Cat.
Welcome to generic fantasy.
Welcome to generic fan. Well, I've got like 6 books out in front of me right now that are not the monster manual.
And you have like 13 monster manuals as well.
Well, I mean, I've only got one of the official monster manual,
Accurate, yeah.
but I don't know where the hell it is. Wait, is it right there? It's literally right there. Hold on. Oh, it's on top of the Contagion Chronicle. So unless I'm using the Contagion Chronicle, which I should run the Contagion Chronicle when I have any free time.
I mean, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's basically like, hey, do you like the World of Darkness? How would you like it if it completely fell apart? Grad students are immune to lightning. This is also true, what the chat says. Okay.
Also, I'm immune to lightning? Sweet, that'll be good going up a blue.
Okay, so if we're talking about an adult blue dragon, you're looking at something that is incredibly hard to hurt. Has armor greater than any knight that you would ever encounter. They are incredibly resistant to damage. They are immune to lightning and can breathe it accordingly. And they seem to have no elemental weaknesses. You would know this for sure right off the bat. They are incredibly dangerous from the sky and are very, what's the term I'm thinking of? But besides being frightful, you would know that the stories all say that blue dragons are very territorial, like most dragons, and build their lairs inside of caves that they carve with their lightning breath, changing the stone into gem as they mine their way down into these deep, labyrinthine caverns. Now, you all know the stories that of any robbers that go into the lair of a dragon usually don't come back. And with your role there, Robin, you would know that blue dragons, and all dragons in particular, are hoarders. And inside of their lairs, blue dragons have a number of additional abilities. In fact, every dragon does. Inside of blue dragons, for example, have strange things happen. Around the area of a blue dragon, thunderstorms rage, sinkholes form in the ground and suck passing travelers, particularly merchants, into underground caverns where the dragon themselves or their minions ferret away bits of the treasure back to the Hoard, leaving the corpses behind. Inside of the lair itself, you can expect things like sandstorms and lightning arcs and, hell, even the ceiling itself collapsing in at strategic moments. It's almost like the lair of a dragon comes alive. So this is something you would know from your research.
Would I know from my research if, let's say I had a spell that could, I'm a graviturgy wizard, so let's say I had a spell to alter gravity, would I be able to, like, activate? No, would I know if it's, like, a thing that the dragon can activate, or if I, like, trigger something to, like, open up these fissures to try and, like, use that to our advantage? Would that be something I would know?
You could try. It would be definitely a Hail Mary, but it might work.
Okay.
It seems like this is an almost the area around a dragon's hoard becomes an almost like instinctive extension of its body. But that doesn't mean, maybe you could hack it. It would require a lot of luck and a lot of math, but you could probably do it. Okay. And then the last thing that I just want to say as we start game is Winter. I realized that last time you do not have... I don't think you've ever heard of this rule that I've been using now. So we have a new rule on the table right now. It's this little coin thing. It is a new rule that I created called the offer. The way that it works is if, say, you are trying to do a sneak attack and you are 5 feet short from doing so, if you need to move an additional little bit, if you want to do something as a bonus action that requires a full action... and you're just like, oh, I can't do anything this round. And you want to, well, maybe you can. I'll make you an offer. If you accept this offer, then the coin flips and I can then cheat.
Yeah, and then there's a price for everything deal.
Yep. It's basically like a modified version of Doom coins.
I vaguely remember that. It's just we haven't played for so long. I don't think we got to use it very much.
We didn't really. So the offer is on the table right now for anybody who needs to do anything. For example, if Robin wanted to try that weird thing she just suggested. That could potentially be an offer right there.
That's why you gotta remember the coin.
That is also, I was staring at it and I forgot to mention it before game. So,
Yeah.
all right. So as we are going in now, let's go ahead and start. During your research, you realized this was the case. Now, Nazarul's lair is south by southwest of your current location, astride the back of these turtles. As you stumble out that morning away from the brunch, well, one of you is stumbling. The thick-headed is probably the easiest way to put it, but the mountain dwarf with the black beard that you met last night, Fadia, who was introduced to you rather than introduced himself to you, as a man named Cadamus Warforge, eventually will lead you out to the edge of one of the smaller turtles, the smallest of the dragon turtles actually, where an old magnificent skyship hovers above the ground, tethered by a rope. A slight shimmer as the sand that whips through the air buffets off the side of some type of shield around it. As he approaches, he is muttering to himself, reaches into his pocket and you hear boop boop. All right, come on down. Come on, it's time. It's aboard.
Feeling okay there, Cadamus?
I'm a little green, if I have to be honest. I drank a few too many last night, and
Correctly.
yeah. But you're all right. That's good.
Wash
Oh yeah.
that
And now we're
oil
gonna
off
go
of us.
steal from a dragon.
Felt better after I was sick. Have you been sick?
I was sick for most of last night.
Mood.
I had about I lost count after about the 30th shot.
Oh!
I think it was 40 or 50.
That's
More than I can take.
many.
I was trying to forget a lot of stuff.
Also mood.
Aye. Mood. And with that, the ship is going to lower itself to the edge of the turtle. Several onlookers are going to be gathering around, watching as this magnificent skyship lowers itself. A gangplank will slide out and make its way down, touching down on the tortoise shell back of the turtle. Well, I guess turtle shell back, but you know what I mean. It's kind of modeled. I'll be fine. After you might as well make your way up. Here, go take a look, new girl.
Yeah, Fadia's gonna like get out her notebook quickly and just like book her way onto the ship and just start like asking Cadmus a ton of questions.
Oh, just go check it out. I'll be right there. I just have to
Okay.
I have to bring a few things up.
I can show you around.
Where the hell is she going to be sleeping? If we're using there's only one extra room. What are you going to be sleeping? He points over at where Viceland is standing. I don't need to sleep if I don't have to. I can always sleep in a chair, or I'll make do. Don't worry about getting me a room.
She can
Malia will
take
lean in
mine.
and quietly. Mars will probably kidnap him.
Are you? Am
We
I
don't
what? Nothing at all. All right. Well, I think Tia's gonna show you around.
Okay, I'll be
Yeah, I'll be
is-
right there.
fantastic.
I'll head up too.
Does someone want to go
Yeah.
and maybe clear out that extra room?
Not me.
No, you're showing her around. Go show her around.
Yeah, he's gonna leave and go catch up with Fadia and just be like, so she doesn't wander somewhere by accident.
Malia.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll do it.
You'll do it? Okay, perfect. That sounds good.
Where did you
sounds
get
good.
popcorn?
Oh, it was at the inn. I took some before we left.
Oh, I could have had
It's
some.
helping with the hangover. Here, have some.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'll munch some. I like popcorn. It's good. It's good stuff.
Fantastic.
All right. Zeno, why don't you go up and help give the tour? You know
Yeah.
all the best parts of the ship anyway. You can't trust Tia
Thanks,
with any of that, eh?
I'll see you on board in a few. And Zeno will wander his way up.
As Zeno wanders his way up, that leaves just Cadmus and Malia there at the base where it's on the turtle. So, you look good.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're not dead.
She's gonna pull him into like a side hug. And just be like, sorry that you thought we. Yeah.
Come on, aren't they or aren't they?
Didn't exactly get much time between Iceland.
No, I'm not mad. I just
No, I get it.
look. Either I or we don't have probably too much time before they're gonna start acting weird.
Do they stop acting weird?
I don't know. Do they?
Not what I've noticed.
We should probably talk before you jumped.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
I'm flattered. But I'm not the type of man that you should hang anything on.
She's going to gently kind of like knock her foot against the side of his, kind of like just a very light tap, and just be like, well, how about you let me decide that?
Malia.
And she's gonna go off and help.
Malia. He's going to let out a deep sigh as you walk the gangplank. And then slowly climb up it. Meanwhile, aboard the deck, what are you showing Fadia? The two of you. Where does Zeno? Where are you showing when Zeno meets up with you?
Probably the galley and the kitchen area. Because, you know, where the coffee lives.
Fair.
Yeah. And then probably just, like, the upper deck areas, like the outer part. And maybe the... What is it called? Like, the navigation room? Kind of? Briefly.
Oh, you mean the control panel that's on deck?
Yeah. So we can talk to the Duchess. Like, she'll actually introduce Fadia to the Duchess.
So there's a large control, what appears to be, there's a large wheel in the center of the deck. Well, center, more like about 2/3 the way back, along the main deck, just in front of the door that leads into the internals of the ship, down into the galleys. And there, in front of this wheel, is this large, almost like a small table, one might say. It's honestly shaped similarly to, say, like a domed trash can in many ways. And built into this column is a large crystal, kind of at the center of this globe. And as you approach it, Tia, yeah, you can interact with it if you like. You know how to activate it.
Yeah. She'll probably, put a hand on it?
You just touch the side of the dome that's over the crystal.
Yeah. And be like, we're back, Duchess.
It'll hum slightly. And
We got eaten by a whale.
eaten by a whale.
It was very large.
That sounds uncomfortable.
It was. It was
And
quite
smelly.
disgusting.
Ship it
New
talks?
passengers. Greetings.
Yes.
it's sentient?
Fadia, this is the Duchess. Duchess, this is Fadia.
New passenger.
We found Fadia in
Add
a
it.
crystal.
That's funny. I'm also in a crystal.
Crystal pals.
We're crystal friends. You're a real gem.
You're a multitude of different molecular organized in a very nice design as well.
Yes, I am. How can I assist you today? Will you be traveling with us long?
I don't know. I guess it depends. At least for the next little bit, I'm sure.
Added as guest to the manifest. I see the Catamus is on board. Shall we head up? Aye, head on up. Raising now. Gangplank up. Anchor. Retracted. Hold on to your butts, as Edagon would say. And you're going to feel a little lurch at the base of your stomach, right behind your navel, as the ship just effortlessly begins drifting upward, sailing its nose toward the sun.
She's beautiful.
When did you get this?
This is the ship that we travel on.
That's amazing.
Fantastic.
This is wonderful. I'll need to know everything. This is.
I mean, what are those asshole elves call her? Amresian? Back at the city that got blown up?
I don't.
She's not Amresian. I said she thought she was
Either way, we were granted use of her through a friend of ours and of Iceland's named Edicon to travel around looking for ways to stop the end of the world? Question mark?
You really are big heroes. You're just like Skillian. Or what Skillian wanted to be. I guess he did it, kind of.
I mean, he did form a party of adventurers named Nothing Venture,
That's good.
which is our name.
Fortune is a funny thing, isn't it?
Something like that.
This is gorgeous. The views you get from up here.
We should probably tell Duchess where we're going.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where exactly is this Hoard that we're going?
So it's if we are exactly where I think we were, which talking to a few of the people in the town, should be south by southwest, just a few dozen leagues, kind of that direction. A question, Kelly.
Yes.
Would I know, like, what to look for the Hoard? Like, would I have heard rumors of what it looks like?
Back then, it would have been a little bit different, but go ahead and make me a history roll.
Okay.
Let's see what you would know.
Alrighty. Oh god, nothing. That's a nat 1.
Okay.
That'll be a
Too
5
distracted
total.
by the Duchess to
Yeah, I'm
remember,
too
apparently.
distracted by the Duchess, apparently.
All you remember is that
Hungover.
it's basically at the border of what is North Serene.
I believe just the border of North Serene. This is just a lot. Sorry, I'm still dealing with the time dilation of being in the crystal. Everything's just kind of jumbled. Being inside the crystal is kind of like an infinite access to a library, and your mind just kind of wanders. So, kind of being back in a form like this is a bit different. So North Serene, south by southwest. I'm sorry, Duchess. I hope you can make do with that.
I'll make do. And
Given that, what kind of timeline do you think we have for getting to the approximate location?
who are you asking?
You, Duchess.
Time is a variable. Just kidding. I would say about 4 hours.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Duchess.
You're welcome. Enjoy the trip. Meanwhile,
Should.
Question. I don't know if, again, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but, do you have, like, a spare cot or something that I could, like, throw my stuff on?
If you come with me, I will show you a room.
Perfect, thank you.
meanwhile, as they were setting that up, Mars, you are wandering through Farah's old room, grabbing things off the wall. As you pause one moment, your hand on something, you'll hear
At
Sorry.
the door or a window?
at the wall. basically, like the wall next to the door. Do you need a hand?
Yeah, it might be a good idea. She's got a lot of
A lot of
Things.
hats.
that too.
Do you have a closet I could put these in, perhaps?
Yeah, if the closet's not big enough, I could probably also find the trunk. Lock it for her.
Sounds good. I think it's good of you to do this.
Well, I kind of encouraged her to do what she wanted to do. And that I have her back.
Are you feeling any better today?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Why?
In my experience, people tend to hide at the bottom of a glass. I was just wanted to make sure that everything's okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sure.
Was there something that made you think not?
Oh, just your I guess we're just becoming better friends.
Yeah. Friends.
I don't want to be your enemy, Mars.
And not I yours.
That's good. I wouldn't know where to start.
I've got a few ideas.
How about with the hats? The hats seem like a good place to start.
Oh my goodness. And they're so voluminous.
Yeah, they really are. A lot of quills, or
We should probably start by stacking the ones that can be, and then
it's a good
see
idea.
if some of them are a softer material that can be folded into them. Because there's quite a few.
Yeah, I'm seeing at least a dozen. Are you... It must be hard. I know what it's like to have people come in and out of your lives like this.
Did you talk with her much?
Not terribly much. I've heard rumors about... him.
Yeah.
I think the jury's still out.
I still choose to believe that she knows what to do best and what is right to do. I don't know about the others, but I have faith in her.
I think it's all you really can do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you think it was wrong?
For her to go, or for you to let her go?
Both. Malia is very upset. We haven't really discussed it. I think we're just letting it slide under the rug right now.
Sometimes that's best. I think that anyone really has to go where their heart takes them. And
See, that's what I believe.
at the same point, I believe that you have to do what you have a responsibility to do. And
It seems like her responsibilities, though, were contradicting themselves.
I think
But-
then, yeah.
She's also not like me, where I'm impulsive. And she thought about things a lot. I don't think she would have made that sort of decision on the fly. I think she considered all the things that could happen with her choosing to leave. And that's why I have faith in her. Like, I wouldn't believe having faith in me with that same sort of sentiment, okay? But with Farah, I believe in her.
Why wouldn't you have faith in you?
Gestures at horns and whipped tail. It's me. Come on.
Is that all you are?
I don't know. I'm changing a lot. But something always stays the same.
I'm curious. I wonder what you were like before all that.
I like to say a brick wall.
A brick wall.
Nothing to it, and just what you were expected to be. I'm a little bit more free this way, though it comes with its prices.
Like your immortal soul.
For one. But hey, a vice is a vice, and if I choose to drink a questionably blue drink early in the morning, why not?
Well, I suppose we all have our vices.
What's one of your vices? Come on, tell me.
Well,
I will rule charisma.
I will allow it. Let's do it. Give me a persuasion roll. Let's see if you can suss it out. See if you can suss it out.
21.
Holy crap. Okay, that definitely beats a charisma save. Not by much, but still. One of my vices.
Everyone's got one.
I like adrenaline.
Adrenaline. Action.
I get kind of bored without it. I think even when I was a kid, I used to spend a lot of time up on the roof, and I grew up in Kimura, so there was always all of these rooftops close by. I used to run around. I only broke my arm once. But once she blessed me with the wings, it was all over for me. There's nothing like...
Can you remind what his wings were like again?
So they're like massive frickin' feathery wings. Now they retract and vanish, but they are like tremendous wings of like, I believe they were white plumage. The way I describe them, like white with like bits of like kind of a golden brown around the edges.
Cool. Okay.
When she blessed me with those, it was all over for me. There's nothing like pulling out of a tight tailspin right when you're about to break your neck. Really, it's one of the things that doesn't get old. No matter how old I get.
You'll have to show me one day.
Yeah, I'll take you flying. I guess that she hasn't granted you any wings?
Again, gestures, horns.
It's not as useful.
No. That's kind of fun still.
It's just kind of fun. It just seems to me like it'd be a liability, something to grab onto in a fight.
Among other things.
Fair. Can you hand me that hat?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay. I think I hear them coming inside. Is that everything?
It looks like it. Everything else was already here in the room. It just seems so empty, though, without her.
Well, you've got a new friend, and... You know what? Friends come back.
Friends do come back.
I can't tell you how many times we lost Skillian. It was funny. He wasn't even supposed to be in the party originally. Edigon voted him out. They hated each other. And then they liked each other, and then they hated each other. It was just the most ridiculous relationship ever.
From the few times that we got to really talk to Edigon, I can see that.
It was too bad, too. I think that it would have been a much brighter party if we had Skillian there more often. I mean, he could be a bit too chipper at times. But honestly, he was fun. Edigon's always been a sourpuss.
But we love him.
Do we? He'll shove the stuff in the closet. I suppose we do. He could do a lot of good if he left that tower.
I think there's something that's more to that.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Something that we don't quite understand yet.
I think he's just given up.
Which could be what we don't understand.
Maybe it's easy for us.
I think so.
People like you and I have... We don't have to go looking for our path, I guess.
Maybe he's crossed so many paths that he wonders which way he should have stayed on. And then you just question your decisions.
Question your mistakes. I guess it's hard to look forward when you're stuck looking back. I try to keep my eyes ahead of me. Otherwise I hit the ground.
Yeah, don't do that.
Of course.
It makes a thud and it gives us away.
It would make way more than a thud at the speed I go. Don't worry, I'll show you.
Okay. Should we go check where the others are at?
Yeah. But
I
I'm
think
going to
we're
hold you
done
to
here.
that. I'm sorry?
We should go check where the others are at. Maybe reconvene and just see what we need to do.
We should. And as you say that, you turn around.
Well, 1 second though. I need to finish this. She'll go in to like finish her drink.
Where did you even
I
get
don't want-
that?
Oh, the inn. Same with the popcorn. You know, a drink for the road.
Fair. Okay. Well, I guess that's going to come out of the deposit then. The
If
door...
they even notice.
Trust me, hotels always notice.
Missy.
Remind me to tell you a little bit more about Pit Marin when you have some time.
Sure, that would be fun. But
That man couldn't leave a hotel room intact.
cool. Let's go find them.
The door is going to open into the main cabin, and you'll hear them begin to mill their way inside. Leading down the hallway, Fadia, Tia, Zeno, and Mally, are you headed inside as well? As they're headed inside, they will see the two of you walking away from Farah's room. And what do you do? Do you give them like a little nod? Do you?
I'll do the... She's done.
All right. Thank you for doing that, Mars.
It wasn't too bad. She was surprisingly very organized and clean.
I mean, I don't think anyone's surprised at that.
Not surprising.
There's just a lot.
Did you not see the way she ate sometimes?
Well, yeah, but the girl's basically a walking library.
And she did tend to leave
Very
stuff
well
all over
organized.
the kitchen. So I am a little surprised, but at the same time,
She took care of her
well, no, you know what? I
belongings.
know a lot of researchers, and they're all messes.
Her room's
So yeah,
always
that
been
is
beautifully
surprising.
clean.
Maybe
Well,
I
it's
just didn't notice before.
It's all ready for
I'm-
you, Fadia.
Sorry to intrude, but I'm sorry for your loss.
Our friend went out on a new path.
Still, a loss.
Yes. But she's
Are
doing
you sure?
what she needs to do.
I can sleep. I can sleep in like the main area. The benches look really comfortable.
They're
It's-
not.
It's okay.
The
No.
benches are already taken, unfortunately. But you'll have a nice, comfortable bed waiting for you.
Yeah.
I don't expect she'll be back for a while. So, yeah, go for it.
Anything. I made a promise I would be back too, and I'm making that a few hundred years late. I hope I have faith she'll be back for you guys. You seem like great people. I think she would have to be insane to not come back at some point. People.
We are certainly people.
You guys are very kind. Thank you. Is there anything that you don't want me to touch or like? Okay. Thank you.
Make yourself at home.
She'll gesture to her like side pack. It'll be a quick unpack at least.
Oh, if you run into any rats on deck, don't touch them. They're supposed to be here. Okay?
Druid?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
On command, almost a pair of rats, one slightly fatter than the other, are going to just kind of like run across the wall, pause. One of them is going to look at you, the chubby one. Is going to look over and go, and just run off.
Yeah, they used to be the same size. One of them got into some magic and brew. Anyway, so those are the ones. You can feed them. They're quite friendly.
Yeah. If I have spare, I could definitely try and cook some food if I can. I'm sure I have recipes written down somewhere in my book,
Well,
but
in the meantime, I'm gonna go cook some food. So
We'll have what you're serving.
do you need a hand cooking?
I mean, if you'd like.
Yeah,
I'm not a good cook. I burn at everything every time.
I'm happy to give you a hand. I can definitely stir while you tell me what to do.
You should go drop your things off first.
Yes.
Of course, yes. Thank you. Again, thank you.
Around the corner, that room on the right. It's a small cabin room, no larger than 10 by 10. It has a single bed, a shelf built into the left wall, a small, more of an alcove with a pole lining it, and a pair of sliding bamboo and wicker-style doors that close up in front of it. It's homey and has the slight smell of... What is that? It's the slightest hint of sandalwood, vanilla. No, vanillin. Old books. They must have moved a certified library out of here before you moved in. It smells like a researcher's room. It has that air to it of a girl's dormitory, mixed with the smell of oil and steam from beneath. And at the wall directly in front of the doorway, a single circular porthole looking out over the vast cloudy sky. In the distance, with your perception score, you are definitely going to be able to see a tiny bit of lightning crackling in the far distance. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm just gonna walk around the ship a little bit. It's been a little while since I've just had time to myself.
That's fair. What about Tia and Xena? What are you two doing?
Tia's gonna make some tea, I think, in the galley, and then head back to her room to apologize to the Thorn of Arcadia for even considering attempting to offer it up. So she's just gonna quietly go sit on her bunk and sit with her sword and apologize mentally.
Can you make me
cry.
Roll me a charisma check?
Oh no. Just
Charisma check.
Okay. Charisma check. That's a 15.
A 15. Okay, what are you thinking?
I wasn't really going to give you away. If that happened, I was gonna get you back. It was just to get in the door. I didn't mean it. I'm not turning my back on you and everything you represent.
As you're touching it, you are going to feel a little shock go through the tip of your fingers, like where you are touching the side of the sword, the long, curved, slightly greenish metal is going to make your fingertips go shockingly numb, as if you'd been sitting on them for a long time. And as you touch it, you're gonna feel your eyes start to flutter a bit, uncontrollably back into your head. Lama. A whisper of Elvish begins to overrun your senses. Your future is in your blood. Your blood is that of the monarch. Why do you run from destiny? As you are glancing down at this, your eyes are still kind of a little flickering. The long curved blade of the Thorn of Arcadia is more of almost like a sickle than anything else. And as you look down at it, the blade is tinged green from where it was forged inside of the heart of the Feywild. And as you look down at it, can I get a charisma save from you, please?
Nat 20, baby!
Okay. You are going to feel that this creeping tingling begin to run up your arm, and you feel it start to press in on the sides of your temples. But you're going to be able to bite your lip and shake it off as it starts to reach up. And you feel like it's trying to just... If you will not accept your destiny, your destiny will control you. And then it will retract as you shrug it off.
What the... She's gonna put a hand on her forehead and just like to her head and kind of just like try and blink it away.
As you do, there is going to be a slight shimmer beneath you. And along the surface of the blade, like reflected in a window pane, you will start to see faces and events just echo across the blade. Elves that you don't recognize, but will instinctively know are previous owners, wielders. They're wearing outfits that are strange, more ornate, more flowing, natural fibers, in fact, so natural that they flow and move as if they're living. Some of them having flowers and vines sewn directly in, blooming flowers. Can you make me a history roll?
Gonna be a 24.
Holy crap. Yeah, you are seeing scenes that you will recognize as being like elven The type of elven clothing and architecture you're seeing are things that you have read about in books or maybe seen in like a rare museum of like, this here is an elven cloak circa 4,000 years ago. Or the type of clothing that the elves, like the regency is the wrong term I'm thinking of here, but say like the military outfits that the elves wore when they first came to Ylos, back during the Age of Woe. And you'll know, of course, with that history check, basically, just to give a little bit of context to anybody who does not know the history of the land, the wiki has been very filled out by me. So elves arrived during the Age of Horrors, the Age of Horrors, after the gods died, and basically took over large swaths of the land due to their political and military power, granted to them by their magic and weaponry, and probably would have become the dominant species over the halflings that lived here, and the very few humans, were it not for a simultaneous invasion of dwarves from the north that kind of collided with each other, which set it perfectly for about an age later when the humans showed up in mass for some strange reason, and were like, hey, guess what? We breed a lot faster than both of you. And while the dwarves and elves were growling at each other, the humans were like, and we're the dominant race. Bet you didn't see that coming in 60 years. Seriously. You go and spend time in your forest for one human generation, and there's more of them. I can't
like
even have my
rabbits.
coffee in that time.
More than you've ever seen before.
Multiplying like humans. That's what the elves say. That's
Multiplying
their...
like humans. Yeah, exactly. So, as you are looking at this, though, you are going to see... you're going to see a couple of things that don't really... they're very familiar. You're going to see the still unlined, but even less lined face of your grandfather. Now, whether or not you've ever met your grandfather, you will instinctively know that it is your grandfather because it looks just like your father, with slightly longer ears. Handsome man. Long hair, braided in the elven style, of the color of fresh cut mahogany. No, even darker than that. Actually, his hair, if I'm not mistaken, was the color of ink. Your father's hair is brown, and you'll see your father, younger, no more than a teenager. He is holding hands with the man and holds his hand out, and as he holds his hand out, his arm lengthens, his fingers stretch, he matures, and he holds a small green palm. You see yourself looking down a chain that links your blood and heritage to the past. Not just two bodies ahead of you, but hundreds, maybe thousands, stretching beyond your perception, beyond the edge of the blade. Your destiny is coming. If you do not accept it, someone else will. The vision of you stretches their hand out, holding that of a child, which stretches out and holds another child's hand. The shapes grow. Tia, you hold a strong woman's hand, who reaches out and holds the hand of a small, orc-tusked boy. and then the vision will fade.
It's not that I don't want to accept it, I don't know how. I need to find my grandfather.
It's true. Meanwhile, across the ship, Malia, what are you up to as the ship is taking to the sky? Cadmus is at the front and is minding the con and just keeping the ship nice and running.
Malia, is it nice weather out?
It's very sandy, but the shielding around the side of the ship will catch most of the sandstorm that's buffeting
Okay,
against
it's a sandstorm right now?
It's always a bit of a sandstorm up here above the mana wastes.
Okay.
Honestly, the mana wastes are probably or not mana wastes. The singing wastes are probably worth a sight for sure.
Okay, you know what? I think she'll go out and just kind of like work on maintaining her armor and her hammer and just kind of doing her prayers and things and meditation. Reset her spell list.
Okay, so praying outside, you will be distracted. The light of the sun and Vela's light shines down on you, but even as it does, and adds that beautiful bit of warmth to the sides of your flesh, and you can feel her presence all around you. The whipping of the winds and the expanding heat that comes from the light reflected off of the buffeting sand around you is something of a distraction. Eventually, you grow frustrated enough to glance over the edge, and as you do, you are going to see the singing waste beneath you, and that is when the sound is going to be impossible to ignore. It's this low, whispering drone that rises up from the sand itself. Beneath you, the dunes over the blasted barren lands. Now, mind you, this is Badland. It's not necessarily desert, but even so, the dust itself seems to sing as it moves in these low, moaning notes that stretches endlessly across your perceptions. Strange mirages glitter beneath you. And as you are watching, you are going to see everything from giants made of dust stretch out of the ground and reach up at you, impossibly tall. Herds of rhinoceros stampede across the plain, rhinoceri with multiple horns ridden by halfling riders. You'll see birds take flight and explode into... Oh, thank you very much for all the subs, Vaughn. It's really sweet. Explode into showers of flowers that wither and die on the ground to hordes and hordes of orcs assembled across the plains. Some riding creatures, several stories tall, like elephant-like creatures. Long mammoth-like tusks stretched out before them. Incredible, just like anything you can imagine is going to be playing out in this singing drone beneath you.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's pretty intense down there. I would not recommend going down there during the busy
She's
moments.
pretty happy being up here.
Fair.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah, you are going to be seeing that beneath you.
Yeah, she's happy up here.
Behind you, outside of where you are watching, Cadmus continues to fly through, keeping an eye on you, and thumbing the bracer on his left hand, scratching the old scar beneath it. that's a conversation that will have to be had soon. Inside, Xeno, where are you?
Zeno was dropping his gear off in his room and then heading over to the galley because he's hungry.
Cool. Fadia drops her things off and meets you in there soon. Tia's still meditating, and Mars and Viceland moving things around in the closet to make sure that they don't damage any of Farah's belongings. Are away. It's just the two of you in the galley right now. In the mess. And sure enough, Xeno, I need you to make me a dex check. You do not have proficiency.
Can I give advantage? Can I give advantage since Fadia's helping?
On the second roll you can. On the first one,
Okay.
I have to see Xeno's roll.
I don't have proficiency, you said?
You do not have proficiency in cooking, rich boy.
That is accurate, and I got a 2.
A 2.
Oh no!
All right, so you're gonna show up to see like basically cantina music playing, dun, 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 and he's just like running around trying to like do all this stuff. He can't do it.
I think she's gonna immediately cast Mage Hand and like
All right, so
jump
Kat,
in.
you may re-roll that.
Hey! 16.
16. All right, so you're going to be able to get control. He was trying to like boil an egg, I think, and it just wasn't going well.
I was gonna
It's
say
that Simpson, that Homer Simpson quote where he does like the bowl of cereal, and it catches fire.
You need water in with the egg to boil it.
I've never been good at multitasking, and I've never been good at cooking.
Well, I can give a hand. I actually have an extra. And she gestures to the Mage Hand, which waves at Xeno.
Yeah, just I've never been good at it, but everyone else wanted to go do something, and I was hungry.
You're an elf, right? Or half elf?
Half elf, yeah.
You got a little bit longer lifespan, I think.
Oh
compared to
yeah,
human.
I've got a while to go.
Also, I'm glad we're actually alone.
Sure. What's up?
I'm really sorry about what happened when I immediately came out of the crystal.
What do you mean?
When I called you, well, I saw, but maybe you don't know that. But I called you a woman. I am sorry.
What do you mean
about
you
that.
saw?
So
Because I was curious about that.
I have this ability from my people called Starsight, they called it. Basically, I got a little bit glimpsing of your true self.
And my true self is a lady.
I'm
All of this. Really?
I mean, yes, I saw. I didn't really see you as like your person. When I see someone's true self, it's very much like an aura, a brightness, and then just certain notes about your mind hit me that was very similar to your female companions. So I just kind of saw a brightness immediately when I saw out, and I saw Viceland and the turtle, and they were both different than the rest of you. So I don't know, but maybe it's just you're a half elf, or it's what I saw, and I apologize, but
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
it's just what it might be a
I mean, that might explain some things.
oh.
That might explain a few things, actually.
I mean, I know a lot of, I knew a lot of high casters, and there were even some, experiments and chambers people could use if they wanted to.
I
Be
mean,
more true self.
I've experimented before, actually, in the Feywilds once.
Oh?
And that was fun. And I keep meaning to try again, but I only have one chance to try it again. So, because I mean, that did feel pretty right. In the Feywild, when we were transported, it's a long story how we ended up in the Feywild. We ended up being there for like 3 months. For us, it was like a night. It was wild. I spoke to a demon god. It was wild. Yeah. But Mars and I found these apples. And we're like, hey, these look tasty, right? And so we munched some apples. And lo and behold, Mars became... Well, I don't know what a masculine version of the name Mars is, but that.
Mark?
Something, yeah, I can't remember what we called her for that time period. Basically, I ended up a little different as well.
Oh.
I found another one too later on. I have it in my bag. I haven't eaten it yet because I'm not too sure what to do with that.
Well, all I can say was that that's what I saw with my true starsight ability. Of course, it might mean nothing, or if maybe you think about it, I mean, like, you're a hero, you're an adventurer, I'm sure. There could be a way to maybe make this permanent. Like, I'm sure there must be somewhere that's like almost like a polymorph spell. But I'm glad you're not offended. I felt like such a fool when I came out, and I immediately said like the wrong thing. You caught my eye. You were tall and blonde, and so I kind of I wanted to get a vibe for the party for who all these people were that just awoke me from my crystal.
I am both of those things. I am tall and I am blonde.
For all it's worth, I think you would make a pretty cute woman.
Well, thank you.
But you definitely had that more kind of nurturing, lovely, aura to you.
Well, that's interesting. I haven't actually brought it up to anybody else. But it's something that I've been confused about for a little while. This group, we love each other dearly. We always have each other's back. We know that any one of us is going to be there for the other when we need them. But like any group, like any family, we have problems. We have issues. And there are some times when you just don't really feel like sharing things with people that you know so well. Because despite the fact that you know for certain that they're gonna be, at the end of the day, it's your group, it's your family, it's your friends, and nothing's really gonna change. But there's always that.
It makes it real. By talking to them and admitting it, it means that it's not that there's no going back, but it's the beginning, and it's taking that step. And you're different. A hero.
Well, I'm not sure about we're something. We're something. But, you know, it's also just... I'm still learning a lot about the world.
There's a lot to learn. I spent hundreds of years learning about just my people. And I'm still learning.
I mean, I spent the first years of my life in a palace with the best tutors money can buy. And never having cooked an egg.
I mean, now's the time to learn, right? There's no time like the present.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, you know, I just felt safe and comfortable in who I've been. Mm-hmm. And it's been nice. And it's... lately it hasn't been feeling so comfortable. Or so safe. But it's like... no, it's like nobody else knows, right? So you go on each day like it's the same thing, you act the same way, and...
If your friends, you know, I'm sure, maybe not all of them, but I'm sure a few of them will probably say, yeah, duh.
I mean...
you seem to have a good group of people.
We have a great group of people. And I don't really think any of them would be terribly surprised. I mean, they've seen the stuff that I've picked up out of places that we've been. I mean, I have a lot of really pretty stuff.
Once we're finished cooking, and maybe on the way back from the Dragon Hoard, I'd like to see some of the stuff. And
it's really cute. I just haven't had a chance to wear it because it doesn't fit.
Yeah. I mean, hey, maybe it will fit soon.
Anyways.
Yes, we should probably keep cooking because they're going to come down here and we're not going to have anything done yet.
And then they're going to be like, oh, what have you two been up to? I know Mars especially is going to be like, ooh, you two are alone. What are you doing?
And on cue, Mars, you and Viceland are going to round the corner and see that there's no food ready. Oh, sorry. So, seeing no food's ready.
What are you guys doing?
Making food, Obvi.
I'll look at the egg.
I have
one moment.
Oh no.
The egg starts to crack.
This egg?
A chick begins to push its way out of the egg.
Oh my gosh.
What did you do? Little baby, I'll pick it up.
I boiled it so hard it hatched a chick? I don't know.
I'm gonna like pull the eggshell off.
The eggshell is just like barely warm. I don't know how Xeno managed that, but he more or less just incubated the egg. These were fresh eggs from the market.
You're mine now. And I walk out of the room.
Bird noises. I can't do it that high pitched, folks. So
Beep 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 beep. Beep beep beep.
all right.
I'm your new mama.
You have a. Oh, you know what? What type of eggs are these? Is a good question. Hold on. I'm gonna roll a d20, and
Yeah.
if it's above a 17, it's not a chicken.
Not a chicken.
Actually, you know what? You roll for me, Mars, if
Dragon.
you're the mother.
Okay.
Roll for your child.
Nat 20.
Are you shitting me, really?
Not kidding. It's nat 20.
Okay, hold on.
Dragon,
Whoa.
dragon.
It is not a
No.
dragon's egg.
No.
Those are like avocado sized.
A tell dragon?
We would know.
And here I'm like, is it a phoenix?
It is not a phoenix because you didn't buy them from that market.
Could be a pseudo dragon, maybe. They have smaller eggs.
It
Yeah,
is
we'll
not
see.
gonna.
That's
It's not.
right.
No, the dragon. You'd know a dragon's egg. It's scary.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
This is avian in nature. I'm just figuring out what type of avian that would be about the size of a chicken egg. I need my monster manual. 1 sec.
A dodo?
A dodo. You're a dodo.
I mean, Mars would suit having a pet dodo.
It's my baby.
Oh, I know it. I know what it is. Never mind.
Yeah, you remember that thing where I have like this urge just to steal things?
Oh right, yes.
Now it's extending to live creatures?
Yes.
1 sec. I am just going to look something up real quick. Pardon me. So yeah, this chick is this like little tiny like it's kind of like slightly brown with a bunch of yellow around its face.
Huh.
And I'm sorry for those of you watching on YouTube later. You will not be able to see this, but I will post this in the.
Where are you posting it?
Oh!
Where?
So it's in
Twitch
Twitch,
chat.
but it's also in the Zoom chat.
Zoom chat.
It's so cute. It's so cute. Mars, we
It
have
is so.
to
That
get
is
this
what
with
you
our
are
life
going to
now.
see. It has a little black bill, and has. Actually, it's kind of like a blackish orange bill, and kind of like yellow and like brown pigmentation. Can you make me a nature roll?
Yeah. That's a 14.
14. Yeah, no, you totally grew up in the middle of Mo. You know exactly what creature this is going to grow up to be.
What is
There you go.
it? Okay. Wait.
Nobody say it. Nobody say it until Mars clicks it.
Okay.
It's in the Zoom chat. Click it.
I know, it just the Zoom window's being a bit of a butt.
That's okay.
Oh, that's because I'm minimized over on here. Okay.
That'll fix
Okay.
it. It is a wonderful day, and you are an adorable gooseling. Or gosling, I guess. Oh, please call it Ryan. Ryan Gosling.
Oh my god.
Actually, don't. We already got rid of one. We already got rid of one goose. All right. So
Silly goose.
silly goose. Yeah. So you have a baby goose. I am curious what the difference between a goose egg and a chicken egg would be. Chicken
You know what?
egg,
Whatever. I love my goose.
Chicken egg versus goose egg.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What?
When we go on bathroom break, I need to get something.
So yeah, a goose egg is about twice the size, but you know what? Screw it. It was just a big egg. There you go. Done.
Maybe they just have big chicken eggs too.
Yeah, they also might
They have big chicken eggs. Just what you do is you cast in large.
to make it look bigger.
Yeah. Is this the birth of Goosifer?
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh my
So
god.
yeah, you
it
have
is
a
Mars.
baby goose now.
Okay, well,
It
now
would
that
be
she's
Guccifer
gone,
after living with Mars.
baby.
now that she's
I'm-
gone with a goose, apparently.
And hey, I'm the first thing that it saw when it came out of its shell. It knows I'm its mama.
It's true.
That was
Well,
interesting.
maybe try not to Eldritch Blast it.
I would never.
So, you have your other friend Tia has rats. You now have a
Yeah.
goose. Are we all just going to get pets by the end of this?
I mean, Malia doesn't have a pet. Cadamus doesn't have
she
a
has
pet.
Cadamus. You'll hear Viceland say from the edge of the room.
Oh,
What did he say?
Oh,
So
that's
She
actually
has
a point.
Cadamus.
Malia's with Cadamus.
That seems
That's
to be...
your uncle. I say
So
because
Malia and Cadamus are both clerics of, or
Okay.
cleric and a paladin of Vela.
Cadamus isn't a paladin at all.
No, wait, what did I say?
You said Malia and Cadamus are both.
Oh, okay, no, Malia and Viceland are both. They're both Vela people.
Fair.
And so Cadamus is Malia's pet. Is that what we're going? Was that what we're going with now?
That I made a joke. I don't know if it should really be said, but I made it, and it's out on the table now. I'm gonna go and check our progress. You enjoy your time. And Viceland's gonna turn and like walk back to the deck.
It's kind of funny.
We have a great group. Yeah.
Approaching. Destination will come over the magic mouths set inside of the ship. Estimated time of arrival, 1 hour.
I guess we better get on this cooking and...
Yeah, gotta have a pre-dragon horde meal.
I mean, hopefully the dragon's not there and we just get in, get out.
Oh, if the dragon's there, she's gonna be pissed.
Do you... Right, you guys know her, don't you?
Tia almost killed her.
Oh!
Like really, really, really close.
So we're going to...
And then Farah
Didn't
got
she
really
still-
upset at Tia for almost killing her because we don't kill dragons. Which is funny because I come from a family of famous dragon slayers. But we don't kill dragons. We like dragons when they're not trying to kill us. Because, I mean, Farah was a dragon, and she was the best dragon ever. She was an awesome dragon. You know,
Was Farah your friend?
Oh, yeah, Farah was the girl who was who lived in the room that you're in. Yeah, she's
Fading.
fantastic.
It's Farah.
But yeah, she was a dragon.
Oh.
She was a gold dragon. Gold elder dragon. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we were traveling with a dragon. It was fantastic. She was really nice. I really miss her a lot, actually. But we're not dwelling on that. But yeah, so basically, we don't... we haven't liked the idea of killing dragons.
Okay, so we're gonna go and steal it from a dragon, not kill it, and hopefully it's not there. Okay.
Yeah, especially because the first time that we met her, we actually talked her down, and basically convinced her that she was. We were like, oh yeah, no, you're amazing, and then we ran into her again, and we also sank her other horde in a pesh.
Oh.
Fadia, do me a favor right now. You and Zeno, both of you can make me a nature roll about dragons.
Okay.
Okay.
So Zeno, you get your bonus.
Is it something like a dragon never forgets?
Yeah, that's gonna be a 23.
And I got a 19.
That doesn't make any sense. Dragons don't franchise hordes. If she had a horde in a pesh, well, dragons don't keep two hordes that's across the continent. Like, it would make no sense to have a horde halfway across the world as well as one, like, the other halfway across the world. You couldn't monitor both.
So yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but that was probably why she was pissed. Cause yeah, we encountered her with dealing with. That's also why there are all the sinkholes around where she was too. Blue dragons are weird, either way. But yeah, she had a Hoard and a Pesh, and we kind of sank most of a Pesh. Well, we restored it to what it used to be, but.
So maybe this isn't
Her Hoard.
Hoard.
But you said Nazarul, right?
Did.
Well, that's definitely the dragon that we pissed off. I mean, she's not easily forgettable.
No.
She was right up in our faces.
Then whose Hoard did you sink in a Pesh?
You know what? That sounds like a problem for future us, like an hour from now us.
Yeah, probably. Let's meet up with everyone and
You know,
get
we
some
should
snacks.
probably mention that as well.
Yes, for sure. Let's definitely mention that because we may need to have a plan. We might be encountering.
Oh god, what if it's a partner of Nazarul that is also pissed because we almost killed her? That's even worse.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's go get everyone, shall we?
Yes, let's update them.
All right, and with that, everyone will assemble in short order. Sitting around the main table inside of there as the ship drifts continuously to the southwest. What are you telling them?
So everybody's here?
Yep. A few minutes pass, and everybody's gathered around the mess hall table, which also is the planning table because the ship's only so big.
All right, folks. So Fadia and I were talking, and you all remember Nazarul, right? And our experience with her, and just how lovely she
Distinctly.
is, and
Yes.
how we definitely didn't almost kill her.
Hey,
Right.
I tried, okay?
But I mean, that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, so we're going to Nazarul's Hoard here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were by Nazarul's Hoard in a Pesh, right? Dragons don't keep two hordes.
No, they don't.
They can't monitor both of them. So one of those hordes was Nazarul's. The other one, and if we're going to hers from 800 years ago, it's probably still hers.
So
We also sank the horde in a Pesh.
So what are you saying?
I mean, my first thought was, hey, maybe she was on vacation to a Pesh visiting her partner, who now lives with her here. That was my first instinctual thought.
So we might be facing two.
What if there's two of them?
What about also the possibility that we lost the Hoard and had to go find it?
Do you think
Under.
maybe she just moved the entire thing?
There is that possibility
Yes,
as
that
well.
might be the problem. Is that she might have moved the entire Hoard to a Pesh.
Which, honestly, I think is the better option of those.
Yes.
But
Okay.
Kelly,
Yes.
when we were out fetching anyone, did Zeno happen to notice like a lightning storm in the distance or anything near where the destination that we were going?
Yeah, with your passive perception, there's a bit of a thunderstorm in the distance.
Just kind of, continuing the topic here. Did anyone else notice the storm that we're heading towards? right over where the supposed Hoard is supposed to be.
Aye, there's a
Or-
storm out there. I've already brought our, I brought the lightning rods up. We should be fine.
Yeah, what about it?
Blue dragons are lightning dragons.
Mm.
They like lightning storms. They make lightning storms.
So we think that there's very likely to be a dragon there.
I wouldn't discount the possibility.
Possibly 2 or more dragons there.
Uh-huh.
You say 2 dragons. That's too many dragons.
That's too many, to be precise. And that's coming from somebody whose family has slayed dragons for hundreds of years. One adult blue dragon is, as we know, hard.
Ah, we've got Chicken Boy over here. We'll be fine. Are you? You see?
I'm just saying we want to
Fucking-
make sure that
I mean, you've got big wings.
What
We're-
did happen to that blue dragon? Didn't we like geese her or something? And like, Viceland chopped her wing off. Like, I don't feel like she's that much of a threat anymore. How did she even get all the way back over here? I don't think we're facing 2.
It's been almost half a year since that fight.
Yeah, but one wingless.
Baby.
What?
I mean, we know that dragons can heal exceptionally quickly with Farah.
But
Wait, has it been half a year? When did you guys go to
wait,
the
are
Feywild?
you saying they regrow wings?
We don't know. We have no clue.
They should be able to heal with time. If not that, with magic. They would
That's
just
the
have
thing.
to seek out
We
a
don't
cleric
we
and
don't
pay
know.
them. Or threaten them.
So perhaps we approach peacefully?
Remember, we did that last time.
Peacefully to ask for gold. I don't think the dragons are going to, especially if what I remember about my studies, colored dragons don't necessarily.
Yeah, chromatic dragons are, to put it bluntly, assholes for the most part.
Well, how about I make a distraction
kind
while
of
the
a
rest of
bitch.
you go inside? I make a lot
Okay.
of noise and I scour the skies. Make sure that she's not up and about. And if she is, I cause some trouble.
Fair enough.
I can't outfly
Just
her, but I
have-
can keep her busy.
Just have to be mindful of any lightning.
I think
We also have to.
I think I'll be fine.
Okay, you know what? I trust you to do your thing.
Lightning doesn't particularly bother me.
I'm not surprised for some reason.
He'll kind of like glance over at Malia. Glance. All right.
Yeah, you two are kind of lightning people, anyways, so that's fine. I'm just saying we don't know at all what we're gonna face.
Yeah, and it might be
So-
slightly more active. And if you guys recently attacked her horde, she may be a bit more prepared and ready for visitors.
Like I'm just saying this makes me worried, and that the thought that this makes me worried makes me worried
Well, just have to be careful.
because I don't plan things.
Anyone who wants to can make me an insight roll.
Sure.
To do that.
Ooh, that's actually not too bad. Do.
18.
Oh, I'm-
rolling surprisingly well today. 22.
All right.
18.
24.
Okay,
Oh.
Tia and Malia are gonna get this one. Okay, and pardon the typing noise, folks.
It happens.
Now, you were saying, Fadia, that this was this what's her face's hoard
Yes.
when you found it,
Yes.
like 500 years ago.
It's probably closer to 800.
Well, we just found her defending stuff on the other side of the world
Yes.
as an adult. Dragons don't normally have two hordes, right, Xeno? Like, totally separated.
Exactly. They
Well,
they don't
doesn't
usually have
that
two because
say-
they can't monitor both.
She would have just been a little dragon back when Fadia knew about her.
Mm-hmm.
What if she got kicked out? Somebody else stole her hoard. She's probably
well,
not traveling back and forth between two.
So,
It's probably somebody else's hoard now.
Someone
So we really have no
Could-
clue what's happening.
kick out a dragon wormling.
I mean,
So
an
now we
older
need to-
dragon, I'm sure, could do it. It's probably
So
still a
then
dragon horde. A dragon would want a dragon horde, right?
So then
Oh,
Now
are they
we
just
want
greedy?
a dragon horde.
facing.
So
What
we
if
need
they-
to go kick out the dragon from this dragon
The
horde.
The newer, not the elder type. You,
Hopefully not an elder dragon.
so what's...
Right.
But what if it's not a dragon?
Then what would it be?
I guess we find out when we get there.
If it's not a dragon, I'm not that worried about it.
Well, you're not worried about something that could kick a dragon out that's not a dragon?
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Yeah,
Hands up.
I mean, that
I'm
sounds
worried.
a little worrying to me.
I'm a little
Yep.
worried.
And yeah, I'll be honest, I am worried.
And we're gonna go face this thing
as,
anyway.
as much as I like
Yes.
to throw lightning around, I am not
Okay.
immune.
I am very, very vulnerable to everything. Lightning, really not great.
So welcome to our heist planning sessions, Fadia.
Okay.
Welcome to planning with nothing of interest.
Wait,
Well.
we plan?
That's what I mean.
Why
It's a
are
joke.
we
Alright.
trying to be self-aware at this point in time? Let's just go. Let's just do it.
Yep. All right.
Let's attempt stealth.
Yes.
Yes.
Tia, can you do that thing you do?
Yeah, I can do the thing I do.
Wonderful. That
everybody
helps
super
counteract
stealthy.
my armor.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll stay back and monitor the skies to make sure that nothing approaches.
And
That was good.
we'll rappel down from the side of the ship because we're super cool.
What do I do? Do I?
You want
do
to come with?
Do you want me to come with you, or do you want me to mind the ship?
Do you want to hit things with
Oh,
weapons?
Now
Does
listen.
the ship need it?
I mean, the ship can't defend itself.
Wait, it can't?
Well, I mean, not well. It's got like some basic battle protocols, but it's not really good.
Huh.
I mean,
That's a
I-
change.
why is that a change? It doesn't have any weapons really.
Well, no, I don't mean that, but just Edagon is so full of himself. I would have
but-
assumed he would have covered that.
But when he
Oh.
knew he was going to be loaning this to you, he asked me to take most of the weaponry off of it.
See, I'm not surprised by that at all.
Right? I mean, like,
Yeah, that makes it.
Stingy
I get
bastard.
that.
he's just gonna like
We
look,
break
look
one
at Xeno.
thing.
Look, he just assumed, and what was the word? Well, he said idiots will probably try to shoot cans off a fence with the cannons and end up starting a war between Argeny and Talos.
I mean,
No, we would have tried to shoot the elves.
we would have shot the elves. God, they're assholes.
Let's see, I agree with this. I agree with this quite well.
Okay, so do you want...
Bet I could have hit more cans off the side of the fence, though.
I mean, if you hit it with a cannonball, you don't really have a fence anymore.
Tia full on
Exactly, it
face
works perfectly.
palms.
See, and this is exactly why he asked me to take it off. And like, seriously, if you're asking me to put the ship on autopilot and go into a dragon's den with you,
I mean, up to you.
I mean, I absolutely will. I'd love to hit a dragon with an axe. Really.
So do we want to send the Duchess out of range for a while we deal with this problem? Or do we want to keep... What does she think we should do?
I think
Do
that
we consult the Duchess?
I've been listening the entire time.
Duchess, what say you?
It's up to you, honestly. Although, given the high velocity winds, I would prefer to remain low to the ground in case of any sudden upshifts. It will also help me conserve shields. Ergo,
So
park me. Or
Right.
fly me, but make up your minds, please.
So we park the Duchess.
we
Bison
go
goes
into the
in,
dragon horde.
looks after the skies, and
We go in
down.
on the ground because we're extremely cool heroes. And we find a horde and we kick out whoever's there. And then we become the dragon.
What?
No.
Why don't we just send the bloody thief in to go and steal something?
Because then we won't see any of it back.
You can't steal all
You-
of it.
You ask her to take the big thing, and to be honest, like, Mars, I don't give two shits.
Okay.
You go in and you get like a big fuck off gem. If anything in your pockets is fair game for you.
Wait. Is there a way that we can make room in our bag of holding? I can put as much as I can in there, but also not take so much that it gives us away, and then book her back?
I mean, we can just unload the bag of holding here.
The
That's
bag
what I
of-
mean.
Does the
And go
Duchess
in with
have
an
a
empty
vault?
bag of holding.
Like a safe of any kind.
Yeah.
There's a
Probably.
safe in the guts. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
You know
why don't
what?
we do
Just-
that?
And then just make it inconspicuous that we were even there.
You know what? This sounds like a plan.
Full
Let's just do it.
On heist. This is a dragon heist, people.
All
And
right.
I'm heisting.
And
Let's
we-
go heist the dragon.
And let's just not lose the Duchess in the process. Okay.
Or our lives.
That's secondary.
I like that.
But yes.
Or baby goose mama will be back.
And so will
Did you
we.
get a goose?
And so will we after this quick message as you coddle your goose. And we prepare for what apparently is a dragon heist. Folks, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hello, folks. Welcome back. This is the part of the program where we talk to the chat. We also got like a giant raid, like right in the middle of this. I love it when we get raids. I love it when we get raids, but I love it when we get raids while we're on break, and I'm like, no, please don't leave. We're just peeing.
Everybody peas.
Everybody pees. Sometimes people do other
And
things.
making tea.
Everybody
Accurate.
tease. So, hello everyone. Welcome. If this is your first time here, thank you, Dungeon Scrawlers, for that raid. I love it when people. You did what? Had a miscast teleportation dump the party, like it broke up with them, or that's it. You're all single now.
I'm not your spell anymore.
Wait, what is going on?
Split the party. It's the only way to break up a poly party.
Oh my god.
All right, so, folks, welcome back. This is the part of the program where we talk to the chat, and we were just talking because during the break, Kat, your character, had a conversation with Fadia about how her special star sight ability gives her true sight and the ability to, like, basically soul sight, and saw some fun things about your character, and you had a fun moment there, didn't you, my friend?
Yeah, definitely. Where
So, how'd you feel about that?
That was nice, actually, and honestly, it kind of mimicked a lot of my real conversations with people. And
I wouldn't have thought.
You wouldn't have thought, right?
Those big
Like,
feels.
Oh, God, like how when I told my mom, she's like, oh, but you've never mentioned anything before. And it's like, well, you get perpetually worried about everything. You know, and reactions and all that stuff, and so it kind of mimics the same in how I've been in reality as well.
It seemed like it was coming from a really authentic place.
It really was, because that's exactly how I've personally felt. You know, right from the start of you know, like not being entirely comfortable with, you know, who you are, and coming to terms with that yourself. And then the idea of telling other people.
For those of you who are just tuning in right now, basically, Kat is. I mean, you're out now, so you're a trans woman.
I am out.
Yeah, you're a trans woman, and your character might be realizing, because you've been playing Xeno for like 2.5 years now, and he is potentially realizing some changes about himself too.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah. So
or some
so,
truth,
you know,
some truths, I guess, is the right way to say it. But
yeah. You know, and so exactly like there's a choice, right? Like, it's not like we decide, oh, you know what, I'm gonna be this one day, or I'm gonna be this one day. It's an easy thing, right? And it's, well, no, it's a major thing, and it's as tough for the person going through it to deal with as it is for everybody else to deal with.
And I think it was a good way that Kelly had approached me about how this because the Starsight is Fadia's milestone level 10 achievement, and we had discussed this as a way to potentially, maybe if you wanted to bring that kind of side of the story into the game for Xeno. And I think much in a way sometimes it's nice to talk to a total stranger
It has
no consequence.
Yeah, seriously, you can tell a stranger anything.
Yeah, you know, which it really is a big a major difference between, you know, talking to people that you know and love and trust, and telling somebody that you've never met before. You know, that's how I realized it myself. You know, I was talking to people online that I've never met before, and I probably never will see in person, and it slipped out, and so, you know, it's, you know, it was so easy in that circumstance to just be like, oh yeah, I'm trans, whereas despite the fact that I've been feeling like this, that I've realized that I've been feeling like this for like 20 years. And only just now starting to really come to grips with it myself. It is difficult for other people to deal with. There's no denying that, but it's really difficult for the person going through to deal with. And
Absolutely.
I mean, the person who misgenders me the most is me.
Ooh. That's a quote right there.
Yeah,
Oof.
the person who misgenders me the most is me, because it's it's 29 years of constant referring to myself in a certain way and hearing myself be referred to in a certain way, and realizing that that just because there's times when I refer to myself as he, him, or Mike, or I respond to somebody who's saying something to a different Mike in the room, and I'm like, oh yeah, what's up? That it by no means is by no means a sign of doubt or denial or anything like that. Because I know some trans folks can feel that way, definitely, because it takes a long time to realize, to know yourself, that to train your brain to not refer to yourself in that way anymore. And some people can take that to mean that, oh well, maybe I'm not actually, because I still refer to myself as my old name or my old pronouns. And it's like, well, no, it's just your brain needs to learn who you are. And it takes just as long to it just takes as long for your brain to learn who you are as it takes for you to learn who you are. So that's something that I kind of came to terms with. I tried to come to terms with very, very quickly. Was the fact that and I've been very positive and very I deal with a lot of things by humor, and so that for me, kind of making it into a joke for me that, oh yeah, the person who misgenders me the most is me, is kind of my way of reinforcing to myself that when it happens, it's not a doubt or a denial, it's just a reinforcement of the fact that I'm still learning me.
I think that most, like, it's really good because most of your friends here and like even in your work have been like pretty quick about the change and pretty like it's gone pretty well. But I will say that one of the things that we've discussed is that you haven't been vibing with Xeno as much, and that was one of the things when you first started coming out, even when you were coming out as non-binary. We had that conversation real quick where I was like, how are you feeling about Xeno? Because you've always preferred to play female characters, and you played Xeno. And then I was like, how are you feeling about Xeno? And you're like, I'm fine with Xeno. And then you came to me about 2 or 3 weeks after you came out fully.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey. And I'm like, all right, what do we do? What do you want to do?
Yeah, and so I mean, like, I noticed it for sure last game that I wasn't in it as much as I have been before with Xeno, and I've loved Xeno. He's amazing. Yeah, and like I'm really trying tonight to really vibe with his character, because he's starting to learn more about himself too, which is great. But yeah, so we are kind of working in that aspect of things now to make it easier and better.
I think it's good because, like, even though it's a little awkward to be playing like him at the moment, is that you're kind of like playing him out.
Exactly. And
so we have a timeline behind the camera. Like, this is one of the conversations that Kat and I have had, where it's like, okay, how long do you want to do this? Like, what timeline? There was also the option, like, do you want to play someone different? Like, do you not want to be Xeno at all? Do we want to have Xeno go through this? Given Xeno's history of actions, this seems like a very logical step.
Exactly. And
hey, we found wedding dresses.
Woo!
Yoink!
And I mean,
like, yeah, don't let anyone else have a crack at him. It's like,
yeah, and I mean, he has a bag full of lingerie, for heaven's sakes.
I mean, he could just be a pervert. Which
he
could be both. No, don't. There's
accurate.
Women are perverts too.
I will not take that away from you.
Like, especially because the fact that when we had that conversation initially, like when I did, fully come out, I was intending for the process of Xeno to realize this to take longer, to make it, I guess, feel more natural for the camera. But after the session last week, where like I was actually feeling like really bummed afterwards. and not because like the game was amazing, and it was really fun, and all the characters were
nobody's
having a
reading
good
you the
time.
wrong way on this. We get it.
But you know, it was just yeah,
Didn't feel
it was
right.
just
Right? It didn't feel right.
I kind of realized that it needed to be sped up.
Yep.
For my sake, and
Well, and
so
why take the time in a fantasy setting where you could have everything you want instantaneously?
exactly.
Why
And
drag it out when you're already having to take time yourself with discovering this about yourself?
Exactly, and that's
You might
kind
as well
of
live
you know,
the fantasy.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
And
quick fix,
so-
the light switch. Yeah, absolutely.
the light
Oh.
switch.
Girl,
And so,
boy,
I mean,
girl, boy,
that's...
girl, boy. Oh, it's stuck in the middle. Girl, boy.
Oh crap!
Well, I mean, just have fun with it.
Um,
It's a fantasy setting. You flip the switch again. Or don't
Yeah.
leave it. It doesn't matter. You be you. Take the switch off the wall. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. So
switch.
it's
Can
just
it be a radial dial?
it's
Give
nice.
me a radial dial. Like, I mean,
Isn't sexuality a radio
this
dial?
isn't
Gender-
sexuality. Just
Sexuality
a
is
ra-
absolutely a radio.
Gender the radio. Sexuality is radial dial. At least on the Kinsey slider. Get the Kinsey light switch rave. In Ibiza. No. It's a
Yeah,
joke.
to touch on a quick point in the chat real quick for Meyer Doug talking about their NB child. Talks about that being a piece of who they were that didn't go away, just a piece of who they are, and it's absolutely true. Like there's no part of me that won't have been Mike for 29 years of my life. That's just who, he's a part of who I was and a part of who I am, and he's a significant part of my personality that will not change. But at the same time, that was an old part of my life. And so it's there, he's there, he will always be part of my personality. But you move and you grow, and sometimes things don't work anymore.
Well, you roleplayed as that dude for 20 years.
I
So,
exactly.
like, there's going to be things that rub off from that character. Now that you're,
Yeah.
that's literally
When-
just,
When you cosplay the same character all the time,
that's all your
you sort of-
wardrobe, right? Like,
you sort of become that character, and like you pick up a lot of that character's mannerisms and personality traits. And so like I still have a lot of that character's mannerisms and personality traits, but I'm picking up my own
right?
mannerisms and character traits now,
That's true.
which is fantastic.
So for those of you who are interested in all of this, so yeah, like it's been a fun journey to watch and to help facilitate on this side. We're gonna speed it up. So this session and the next session, you're gonna be doing like a little baby dungeon crawl for the most part. Because there's dragons. Gender doesn't really apply in that, so you can have as much fun as
Accurate.
you want, right? So you don't have to interact with NPCs. You don't have to be referred to anyway, except as probably mortal or something like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
And if you
in
want
a
to be like
dungeon crawl-
transmortal, then just become a god.
Yeah, exactly. Like in a dungeon, in this kind of dungeon, anyways,
Yeah.
gender doesn't really play a role.
It really doesn't. Like I probably won't come up at all. And then once you get to Mirage, you have a bunch of party loot. Like I'm not gonna say that a permanency spell or a permanent transmutation spell is going to be cheap, but you can afford it.
Yeah, exactly.
It will fit your budget.
Yeah,
I need to lower your party loot a little anyway, so this works out well for me.
exactly. We need to get rid of some of that stuff.
We need to get rid of some of that
yeah.
stuff.
Still more money anyway.
Yeah,
Well, you'll see. You'll see what you got.
we'll
Oh,
see.
no.
Yeah, good job, Blind Locksmith. That's a good name. All right, so what other fun things do we have in store tonight? So we're going to be getting back to game in about 5 minutes. That is
Sorry.
true. So, folks, because it has only been announced on, I think it was announced on Reign of XLR, not Reign of XLR, Dirge of XLR, the Section 0.
Reign of Excellence.
You don't want to don't open your mouth during the Reign of XLR. That's how you get the plague.
Oh no.
So we were very fortunate because normally we run a bunch of games. I'm actually running one too many games per week right now by accident. What we have coming up is normally on Saturday nights we were supposed to be returning to our Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age game, which is a fully costumed period drama set in presently Victorian London, but it moves around. And we were supposed to be returning to that last Saturday. Unfortunately, I live in an old house, and we had a bunch of weather that that warped my internet line. And made it so that my internet was dropping like every 20 seconds and like flickering. So I couldn't do any streaming this weekend. And while I was unable to do streaming, I was approached by my friends over at the Onyx Path Publishing, being a good friend of the channel and the writers of the current Mage the Ascension books. And they asked, hey, so it's our 10th anniversary. We're doing a big push in February for our Mage the Ascension stuff and all of our Old World of Darkness stuff that we're still doing, and our new Lore of the Traditions Kickstarter, the most recent of the Mage the Ascension Kickstarters, because that's how most role-playing books are published these days. And they're like, hey, do you want to run Mage on our channel? And I was like, I'm really, really busy, but let me see what I can do. So I talked to the players, and Victorian Mage is not coming back for a month. What we're doing instead is we're going to take that cast, and we are running a modern a modern Mage the Ascension game to help promote that. So that is not this Saturday, but the next Saturday we are going to be, as you probably saw during the break in blue, we're going to be on the Onyx Path running a game. Session 0 is on the Saturday after this one, 29th? 29th. And then the first game is on the 5th of February. So we're running the first 2 games of the series, 0 and 1, over on the Onyx Path. And then we're coming back to Dork Tales on my birthday to run the game. So be sure to come out, because I was going to take that night off, and now I can't. So join me. It'll be fun. And it should be a lot of fun. It's going to be a really interesting game. It is the gayest game I've ran by accident, because everybody in the game is dating or married to each other. And it accidentally became the lesbian game, and I'm like, what? I mean, it's set in San Francisco, so, it is what it is. But it was like, huh. Okay, whatever.
You threw out the option, and all of us were like, hey, yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. Hey,
It's really
Christine, how's it
funny.
going? How's it going?
Hi, Robin.
It's gonna be fun. So yeah, that is what's happening there. We got a bunch of new stuff happening. Dirge of XLR begins next Tuesday night. That is going to be a fantastic game that is set in our world of Ylos, actually just a few hundred miles north of where we're presently at, and in a country that's basically like ripped out of Bloodborne or Castlevania. And it's going to be pretty dark. We got some other really cool stuff happening. We've begun to make a bit of headway on casting and character creation for the Call of the Netherdeep that is beginning in March. We have done... what else have we done recently that's cool? Like Witchlight's coming back. I had the best thing happen today. Real quick. So Krista messaged me earlier. Krista, who you may know from Wild Beyond the Witchlight and Deadlands and Hunter, sent me a message today because she is huge on TikTok. Like, she loves TikTok. And she sent me a screen cap of someone's profile picture. And you know how, like, you have your little bio in your TikTok profile? Like, you can just do, like, a little... Someone was listed as... their only bio information was, like... I think it was, like, queer gamer, non-binary, big fan of Dimension 20, Dork Tales, Crit Roll. And I was like, what the hell?
Whoa.
So just
Something
so
that we said something
we were
to them.
listed before Crit Roll.
I think we
That's
get
not even
also the
alphabetical.
same thing in the same category as Crit Roll.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's been really weird to watch people be like, Kelly's my Matt Mercer, and I'm like, oh god. My hair's not nearly that good. Neither are my vests.
That's cool though.
It feels cool. It feels really cool. Yeah. I'm looking to... I gotta figure out the last thing for Netherdeep, and that's gonna be headed forward. The cast for that's gonna be pretty cool. I just gotta find the last secret element for that.
And although I may be a little biased, but I prefer your storytelling.
Yeah, same.
Have you?
To Matt Mercer's.
I actually really like a lot of things he does.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
You know what? He is really good. His strength is in his planning. And I really appreciate his planning. And his, like, the thing is, Matt Mercer does that professionally, and he has a lot of time on crit roll. Whereas, like, I literally, like, worked until 5 p.m. and then came home and, like, took a half-hour nap and then am running game. And I worked on this stuff, right? So, like, I really wish I had an actor's life where I could just come home and just... You're sitting at the end of the table, and the old man turns and looks at you. What are you doing here? You know, that's like that. Well, that reminds me, I got to record lines for a thing I'm in, because I'm in a show. Anyway, so there's a lot of really fun stuff. I also wanted to say, what I need to big up the Dork Tales Posse. So, hey, folks, if you are tuning in and you are following us, I really want to say thank you. This is not a shout out to join the Patreon or anything like that. You're more than welcome to if you want to. You get cool shit if you do. But thank you. Because seriously, like, we've been doing this for about 3 years now, and to find someone who lists us as a like, let alone between slashes next to Dimension 20, God, I envy their sets. Their sets are so fun.
Oh, so good.
They're so fun. And next to Crit Roll, who, like, you know, is the Coca-Cola of role-playing. Like, I mean, we're like Fanta or Shasta at the best, and we're like right up. You know what we are? We're Fago. We're like the Fago of the role-playing community. We have a really dedicated following, mostly old Homestuck people. But I'm kidding.
That's something I haven't heard in a long time.
Fago? I watched a video that explained Homestuck to me.
Oh, God.
Like about a year ago, Sarah Zed put out a video that explained Homestuck fandom, and I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I used to have to clean, like, the gray off the walls.
That's what I was thinking. I'm just remembering that the cosplayers are what taught me about sealing your paint, because they didn't.
Seal your paint.
Seal your paint.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. Is there anything else that I need to do or talk about? Everyone's doing well. Anybody have anything to announce? No?
Getting the booster.
You get the booster on Saturday. It's gonna be great.
I'm getting the booster on Friday before
thank
Reign
you,
of
Bob.
Emery's.
That's
Yeah,
what it
don't
Yeah, I avoided that.
die, Cat. Like, you gotta be there. Oh shit! Reign of Emery's is on Friday. What am I even saying, folks? So actually, I'm running games for the next 2 nights, and you need to be here for both of them, because tomorrow night is Vampire the Requiem. It's gonna be a fun romp. It's gonna be high role play. It's great. I don't even have to look at rules. Except for the ones I wrote, because I gotta finish that book. I'm 2 paragraphs away from being done with my Gangrel stuff, and I couldn't do it before the end of the day today. But it's gonna have, like, new rules that I wrote with None More Dark, and it's fantastic. The casts are great. But on Friday we are ending Reign of Emery's after it'll be 26 episodes. Hopefully we'll be able to finish it, because I want it to end on a high note, and I think this last battle is going to be rough. I know it's going to be rough. I can show you. No, I'm not going to show you, but I have the monsters literally right there, because Kobold Press wrote them, and Kobold Press does not fuck around with those monsters.
Ooh, I love
Get
the Kobold
fucked.
Press monsters.
I
They're
love
really
them
good.
They're
so
so
much.
broken.
Robin
Oh,
and
dude.
Christine both know something I backed specifically to use on you, Cat.
Oh?
I backed a book on Kickstarter. It cost me 400 pesos or something like that.
Oh, that book, yes.
I got charged today. It was $3.40 or something like that for the greatest monster to ever throw against Cat.
Now, is this against very specifically?
Nope.
I don't remember
Oh.
this now.
Oh.
I will show you after game. It's gonna be great.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then what was the last thing I was gonna say to you all before we hop back into game? It was it's been a long day. Go watch that. Come watch Reign of Emery's. And then I was gonna say, now that I've thanked you all for watching, folks, if you are not a member of the Patreon, now is the time to do it, because if we hit 50 Patreon patrons, if we hit 50 patrons, I'm going to do something special. I'm going to release something special I've been working on. Yeah, if we hit 50, I'll do it. It might take another couple weeks after we hit it for it to be released because I got to finish doing some stuff to it. But if you do it, now this doesn't have to be like big tickets. Just like help me get that number up because I want to have 50 people on my finishing screen, and we're at 40 right now thanks to Precarious. Because Breck's amazing, and if you're watching this later, Breck, we love you, Uncle Marty.
It's true.
But yeah, so go join it, and we'll see what we can do. It'll be something cool. I also wanted to say that go check out the t-shirt store because I'm putting a bunch of stuff into storage. The Reign of Emery's finale, like a day or two after the finale, all of the shirts are vanishing. So you should probably go buy them if you want them, or the mugs or anything like that, because I am taking them in. I'm putting them in the vault. Bong, you're great. You're good. You're good. Join the Patreon
Yeah,
next month.
absolutely.
Next month.
I'm just
or
gonna
something like that.
open my door because it's very, very hot in my room.
It's very, very hot. I have a green screen turned on?
No, because I don't have a green screen yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm still using the Zoom.
Oh, okay. Less of your face is
Oh, no.
vanishing tonight, so that looks way
Because
better.
The camera is looking straight at me
Straight
this time.
on, yeah.
Instead
Well,
of
it's as straight as it can.
Right. This is my life after all.
It's
Okay, I'll be
your
right back.
life, and it's straight and never. All right. All right, folks, we're going to head back into game right now because I can only vamp so long. So tonight, I think we've got another 40 minutes or so, 40 minutes. It's going to be because we couldn't get to the dragon tonight, but that's okay. That means I get to make an episode called The Dragon Heist.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm noticing that Winter has a goose.
Winter, is that a goose in your shirt, or are you just happy to see me?
It's a goose. It's been here the whole time since we came.
Do you know what you're
back
going to name it?
No, that's something I would like to leave maybe to the chat and see, but I don't have Twitch open on my computer right now, so if you guys can
Goosey
let me
McGoosey
know.
face?
Name the goose. I don't think it should be Goosifer. I think Goosifer pre-exists.
Yeah.
I think so.
Goosifer is eternal.
Yeah.
Goosifer existed before everybody else and will continue to exist
It's like
long after we are
Gustav or
gone.
something.
Gustav.
I
Gustav's pretty good.
Gustav
That's
is pretty good.
Robert
Gustav is
Downey.
Pretty amazing.
Goose Lightning. All right. Duck. Duck,
I'm
the
a
goose.
fan of Duck Duck, to be honest.
Pretty
Duck,
good.
Duck the goose.
Or
Goose-
Puppy.
Goose-
Gustav
Gustav-
is really good. Okay, I really love
Deimos, yeah.
Gustav already.
Deimos is
I
a moon
love
of Mars.
Gustav.
Good job, Soul. You like what?
Yeah.
Christine?
The Gustav.
Gustav is winning
great.
my
Fantastic.
heart. Deimos is pretty good too.
Yeah,
Stamos.
As someone who loves astronomy, Deimos is fantastic.
Or Demos. Dio. You thought I was a goose,
Joel!
but it was me, Dio.
I'm almost finished.
Mr. Goose the Goose.
Good, because we got to watch that. I am going to watch JoJo, and it's going to be great. Also, we need to get together and watch more anime because I need to blow off steam.
I want to watch anime.
You need to watch.
watching
You need to
some
watch.
really-
Love is war,
Oh,
love is
Kami
war,
can't
love is
communicate.
war.
Is it good?
It's so good.
We should just do an anime talking stream.
I would absolutely be part of that. I need to watch more anime.
So there's this show that I've been watching called Love is War, and the entire purpose, it's a battle anime between these two people who are in love with each other, but neither can admit they're in love with each other.
Oh my
So the
God,
whole
it's
thing,
anime.
it's psychological warfare to get the other person to admit that they love them. So it's like, you're asking to use my umbrella and share it with me into this rainstorm, saying that you didn't bring an umbrella, but that doesn't make any sense because you say you didn't check the weather, but... If that were true, you would have ridden your bike here like you do every day. Instead, I see that from the train pass in your hand, you took the train to school today, which means that you did check the weather network, and inside of your bag, I think I see the bulge of an umbrella. Shall we check your bag together?
I will give it a watch.
It is
Absolutely.
Death Note.
That is wild.
It's a Death Note romance.
Oh my god.
Like, it is ridiculous. It's on, I think it's on Crunchyroll.
All right, I'll have to check it out. I need to catch up on a
Why
couple
don't you,
things.
I
focus
just
a
need to
little bit?
finish rewatching Darling in the Franxx for like the
I need to-
fifth time.
Sorry, I need to focus on a lot of things.
Because 02 is like my favorite character of all time, and
Nice.
established the fact that I basically just am her, which is great.
And then the last thing that I suggest that everyone watch, if you liked Squid Game, go watch Ultimate Survivor, starts with a K, not Kelly, but there's an alternate Survivor show. Thank you, Pistol Girl. Is it Pistol Grip Gaming? Pardon me, a little small on that screen. Good to see you. Never seen a game with all women, so empowering. Yeah, right. I can't get dudes for my games.
And when you do,
When I do, I was wrong. You're like, oh, well, it just means I was wrong. Like, sorry, I assumed.
Right.
It's just, it's just women trying to sneak into my games. They're like, oh, I hear you like, boy.
I hear you like.
Oh,
Joke's on
well,
you!
yeah, you see, Witchlight.
I need men so much. Krista wears a mustache.
I'll play a man for a D&D
And she wears it
campaign.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Krista's
Krista
great
rocks
there.
Oh yeah.
Really does.
But no, I've got like, I think how many guys do we have? We have 4. 5. If Neil doesn't really count because he doesn't do this anymore because he doesn't really have the time. So we've got Michael, James, Chris, Trizelta has been pinch hitting. Do we have anybody else? Am I blanking?
I think that's
Krista when she plays a guy. Like,
And Kelly.
yeah. I think that's it. I think otherwise you just have a massive group of women.
it's true.
Which there are worse things in the world.
It's really true. All right, speaking of worst things in the world, not getting back to game is one of the worst things in the world.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. We should go.
We should go. All right, folks, we're going to head back into game right now. Welcome back to the Shards of Nyrn. Let's get into it. As you hover overhead, spiraling around and approaching, the Duchess's voice echoes through the comm system set up by the magic mouths. Approaching target. Now would be the time to initiate landing sequence, please. Can I get a favor off of everyone? Can I get everyone here to make me... This is going to be a very high roll that I need you to do, and that's going to be... make me a wisdom save.
Oh no. No, that was a 1. I don't add anything to it. Right? Oh, no. It's a 1. It's a 1.
You got a 1? Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Can someone take care of that for me in the chat? That's a nat 1. Cool. You are oblivious. Anybody get a 20 or above?
Sorry, I was just
No,
distracted.
you were
Was I rolling?
doing your job there, buddy. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Was I rolling?
Yes, can you make me a wisdom save, please? Also,
Wisdom
quick reminder
save.
that while we love positive comments, sexual comments in nature directed at the players are not acceptable.
18.
You can direct them at me. I'm the dungeon master. Go nuts. I don't care. We'll probably still time you out, but my ego could use
Yeah,
them.
let's just not do it.
Let's just not do it.
I don't know, like DM me.
Yeah, I
Okay,
do.
everyone.
I do DM you.
Right? So...
Yeah. Yeah, positive comments, not dirty comments, please.
All right. So,
I got a
Would-
17. by
you
the
got
way.
17. Everybody else. And
18.
Robin, 18.
18.
All
What
right.
was I adding to this again?
Your wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Right. So that's going to be 14.
14. All right, so none of you succeed. That's great. So that means that as you prepare to land at the location marked on your map, the camera will pull back, and we will see that the image of you on the bow of the Duchess are all reflected in a pool. Above it, a hand strokes along the side of this pool, running a finger through the rippling... it's not water. It's darker. Oil. Blood. The finger that traces along is ghastly. It's red, deep, with veins of pink running through it. The flesh of someone who has been flayed to the muscle. Good. More adventurers to the spoils. Are they the ones who carry the power? Perhaps. You. Go and greet them.
Yes, my lord.
Meanwhile, back on the ship, you begin to circle. And there, you see beneath you. Those of you with above 20 or higher in passive perception are going to see that there is a soft glitter to the ground beneath you. The ground beneath you has been crystallized. But not much of it, to be honest. It glitters up at you, but most of it is covered in dirt and debris. Occasionally you'll get a little glimpse of where the crystalline formations have continued to grow, but it appears like centuries of growth beneath the sand dunes and wastes. And if you're looking around, you are going to see that there is a small cave mouth. Now, as you're about 100 meters above the ground at this point, only those of you with quite good eyesight are going to see this. But there's a cave mouth about the size of a horse-drawn cart, perhaps a little larger. Big enough for 3 of you to walk shoulder to shoulder. As you're standing there, Viceland stretches his wings, spreading them wide. I'm going to take you to the sky. If anything happens, call me. I'll be waiting.
Okay.
And with that, he shoots up over the edge of the balloon and up into the air, sailing upward, upward, upward. So, am I going with you or not, or are we sitting down? Cadamus says. He still looks a little green to the gills, but he's probably fine.
I mean, I think we're parking. It's up to you if you want to come in. Everyone is there for
Look,
their own
you
thing.
already got 8, I mean, I guess I don't know you well enough to know if you did, but the rest of you already got 8 by a sandworm, and I'm not about to let you get eaten by another one.
Then
Then come
Come
with
along.
us.
yeah.
And
let's
get
go.
eaten with us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get...
Let's try not to get eaten.
We
Those
have
are the
out.
options.
Not until I have a couple of drinks in me, at least.
Fair enough.
Hey, yeah.
I'm not Mars. Oh, you've already got a
She
couple
generally
drinks in
does
you.
it after a couple drinks anyways.
Oh, is that what happened with Bird Boy?
What?
What?
I mean, I missed
What?
it entirely.
I need my axe. Don't go anywhere until I get my axe.
I'm not gonna go anywhere without you.
You said that last time.
We got eaten last time, okay? Wasn't expected.
I always expect the unexpected. That's what I'll always say. And with that, Cadamus vanishes for a minute, coming back later with this small... you've never seen this before, Fadia, so let me describe this. It's a small rod, about a foot long, and about just barely thick enough to hold onto. All right, ready when you are. What? You ever seen an axe before?
Doesn't look like an axe.
Surprises happen. And he'll click a button on the side, and it's going to fold out into a double-headed Labrus. Just
Very cool. Tia, before we can go down, Tia's gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch myself and cast Mage Armor, because Squishy Wizard is
What's your
squishy.
AC, Robin? Without mage armor.
My AC without Mage Armor is 12.
Hey!
Ooh.
My AC
Ouch.
with Mage Armor is 15.
Still not great.
Still not great, but hey, it's better than nothing. 13 plus dex, yeah. So it becomes 15.
And as Catamus axes himself, Zeno's gonna pull out his bow and get it ready to go.
All right. All right, so as you do so, you can see that there's this small kind of jagged cave in front of you, roughly in the shape of kind of like a palmed C, like kind of an inverted C, I guess. Wide enough for all of you to enter through. The Duchess sets down nearby, and Catamus gives it the old boop boop. Not really stealthy. Actually, you know what? Because of the sandstorm and Tia's Pass Without Trace, he's going to be like...
Pass Without a Trace is a plus 10, right?
Yep, it's a plus 10.
Yep.
And it does, regardless of what certain commenters on YouTube will say, it does actually allow you to hide and like move freely. Because it says so in the damn spell. You touch down on the wastes beneath you. The dunes are... Well, the barren landscape stretches out. In the distance, thunder crackles on the horizon, but not directly above you. The storm seems to be moving on, actually. And you can see that several... it's a rather flat land directly in front of you, and you can see places where little rivulets of water have formed temporary ponds from a passing thunderstorm. And even so, beneath you, as you step down, there is a bit of a squishiness to the ground in front of you. But the ground inside of this part of the Badlands is thirsty. It drinks deeply, and soon it will be very, very dry. One moment, please. So you have Pass Without a Trace on. Okay. You are going to all hear a noise in the distance. It sounds like...
I don't know where they are. They were supposed to be around here somewhere. You check over there.
And as you are standing near the mouth of this cave, you are going to see several almost boneless figures, almost looking like they have been molded out of almost like clay. Each of them wearing like a different kind of flat face mask, like a no-style mask, kind of wandering around kind of bonelessly, like looking around, their heads rotating at odd angles. They're humanoid, about 5 to 6 feet tall. They vary, all dressed in various shades of kind of like a bluish, well, actually, it's probably their skin, to be honest. It's kind of varies between like a black and a bluish type of just membranous skin. One of them leans over the mouth of the cave entrance, looks around, and shrugs its shoulders back.
The Lord said they'd be around here. That means they're going to be around here somewhere. Keep looking!
And one of them will lean down, peer directly at you, and gets like, kind of like grabs the edge of the cave and starts leaning forward, kind of looking around back to forth. I would like all of you to make me a stealth roll right now.
Cool.
Right,
29.
disadvantage. One moment.
19.
21.
Oh,
Is that-
35.
Plus 10.
30.
So 31.
Remember the yeah.
I realized I had 11, not 10.
Oh, that reminds me, Catamus has to roll at disadvantage. Oh, God. That's still an 11.
Oh no.
5.
25? Okay. So,
Thank God for that 10. I rolled a 7.
Catamus, you and Tia... I'm Catamus, what am I talking about? Tia, you and Catamus are going to be standing there when this strange creature in the mask kind of leans over and goes... and like leans over, kind of like passes its gaze over the rest of you, and then looks directly at Tia and Cadmus. Hold. And then at Cadmus. Hold. And then at Tia. Hold. And calls out. And at this point, you are going to watch as no fewer than a dozen of these creatures hurl themselves over the hillside and land on the ground next to you. They're all making this kind of like squarbling, warbling noise. And as they kind of like form kind of like a semicircle near you, you're gonna hear grunk, grunk, grunk. And a hulking creature with like a brass collar and like a single eye in the middle of like an immense face is going to go, "Hey, you there! Yeah, you! You, the green one! Or maybe I'm talking to the short one. Have you seen anybody radiating a strange energy signal?"
No.
Maybe a deception roll.
I'm gonna use my inspiration for this.
All right.
Do it.
Put it up.
Okay, 13.
Okay, I'm gonna roll an insight check for this guy, and he's an idiot. So let's find out. Okay.
I don't think that's her. Let's keep looking. Hurry, we better get into this or else the Lord will be very unimpressed.
Good luck.
One of the clay men kind of points at you and is like, but like, which you translate as, but seriously? Like, I'm pretty sure.
Tia's gonna shrug and just like look at the little thing and just be like, and points at the other person and just like, go.
And I'm going to spend, I have 2 drama bombs, so I'm going to spend both of them right now to go, do you think he was talking about Mars? And the thingy around her.
Allie's gonna elbow him from behind without trying to move and break her own stealth.
What did you say? Hey, you over there, what did you say?
Nothing.
what?
I didn't say nothing at all. I was just talking to myself.
Coughing.
I was just coughing. A huffing?
What?
I was huffing.
What exactly are you looking for? Sorry,
We're looking for a strange artifact that may have come through here.
I mean, many artifacts can be described as strange. You'll have to be more specific.
A gem. A gem of great power.
Have you tried in Mirage? That place has a lot of magical things, I hear.
Who are you collecting this gem for?
Where did you come from?
The eye will go and focus on you.
Tia turns and looks at Fadia like,
What's going on over here? You have people hiding.
well, we were intimidated by your mighty presence.
Fear not, I am Cyclopor, servant of the Necrolord.
The Necrolord. Oh, that's very
Neclord.
auspicious.
It uses the term Neclord. Not Nec. I guess it is short for Necro. But it's faster to say. Necrolord. It's an extra syllable.
Well, an extra syllable can have a lot of power when it comes to names.
Maybe I should start saying the row.
You try and see what happens.
Yeah. Enough of that. I guess we'll have to kill you. Sorry. Thanks for being honest. Well, go ahead, get them.
And can I get an initiative roll off of you?
What?
Oh, nice. first roll of the game.
All right, so pop them all in the chat. The Claymen are going to run in sequence.
Question. Do I have any surprise on them? Because they don't know I'm there yet.
Yeah, you will definitely, you'll have advantage on your first attack.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, so for the people who haven't been detected yet, basically.
I thought that they saw us all. Whoops.
Nope. That's okay. You probably would have assumed. Okay. Oh, and Cadamus. Cadamus has a 13. Okay, so what we have? We have Fadia. We have Malia. We have Zeno. We have... Wow, I love that none of you got the same score. That's great. We have Mars. We have Cyclor. We have Cadamus. We have Tia. And we have Clay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess 9 through 12 will go on the bottom of the page. Okay. So they are all kind of around a semicircle near you. One of them is kind of like... 4 of them actually have broken away for now and have kind of like approached the Duchess, which is what was distracting Cadamus so much. He kind of is glancing over his shoulder like, you touch my fucking ship and I will... Well, we'll have to kill you anyway! Attack! And at that point, they are kind of in a semicircle around you. 8 of them right there. Fadia, what would you like to do? It is your turn.
So how far away from us are they?
About 20 feet.
And are they within... How much are within a 10-foot radius?
They are clustered up. 10-foot radius, so that is a diameter of 20 feet. 4 of them.
Cool. All right. So...
These guys are not smart. I'm just going to put that out there.
Okay, I don't know. That's not much of a smartness I'm worried about. They're con more. But I would like a con saving throw from 4 as she is going to cast Magnify Gravity on them.
Oh, nice. All right. That is not the book that they are in. They are in this book. What am I doing? Okay. 4 of them. What's my DC?
16.
I got 1 success.
Okay. So, how it works is gravity and 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point you can see increases for the moment. So 1 round. Each creature makes the spell. On a fail save, the creature takes 2d8 force damage and its speed is halved until the end of its next turn. On the successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and suffers no reduction. Until the start of my next turn, any object that isn't being worn or carried in the sphere requires a successful strength check against my spell DC to pick up or move.
Okay.
So if they're wearing anything or something.
They are not. They're naked and genderless.
They are naked and genderless. Cool. So I'm gonna roll 2d8.
Or I guess, well, sexless at least. They could be very gendered. Who knows? I don't know their inner lives.
That's accurate.
So it'll be 11 points of damage for the 3, and then 5 for the one that saved.
Okay.
The 3 have now half speed. As she kind of will take out, it's just verbal and somatic. So yeah, she'll kind of just like look in a glint of her eyes, and like black ichor will kind of start swirling around her hand, and she'll just kind of like blow a kind of
You said 11?
blackness towards them.
You said 11?
Points. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are going to see a horrible, like, it's like, have you ever let ink dry to the point where it has a membranous skin around it?
Yes.
And it pops like a blood blister?
Ooh, yep.
3 of them are going to pop into, like, dark Icarus blood blisters, and their masks are going to hit the ground and go, jug, 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 jug. One of them is going to go and be very, very in a bad place. But yeah, 3 of them, you were going to just crush them into the ground.
Sweet.
There are now 5 of these guys.
And I would like to kind of potentially back up behind if there's anything to sort of hide behind. Is there?
You could hide behind the rest of the party.
Cool, I'm gonna do that.
All right. Malia. There are 5 of these things, as well as this Cyclopore guy,
Okay.
whose name changes
There's
slightly
5,
every
you
time I
say.
say it.
Okay.
And 4 by the ship.
What do I get for surprise?
You get advantage on the first attack you make.
Excellent. Okay. On that note, then, I am going to throw my hammer
Okay.
using Thrown Weapon Master.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw it 3 times.
You're just doing that thing from Thor: The Dark World where the camera's on the hammer.
Yeah. So I'm going to target ones that would be not disadvantaged because of range or anything like that.
Okay. So there are 5 of these clay guys, and one of these Cyclops, the Cyclops dude,
Okay.
who basically kind of looks like Triclops in my head from He-Man. Like, if you know
Okay.
who I'm talking about.
I feel like I'm going to hit him first with my advantaged attack,
All right, sounds good.
and then hit 2 of the little things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, that's not bad. Not bad. So I add 13 to this.
To hit?
So that's 30 to hit,
That's a hit.
26 to hit,
Okay.
and 21 to hit.
21 to hit. All right, that sounds good. All right, so are they all hitting him, or are you hitting some of the claymen as well?
No, first attack is hitting him, and then
Okay.
one on each of on 2 of the claymen.
Sounds good.
Okay, and at this point with range, so it's a D8, and I get an extra one for using it at range. Okay. It's been a while since I've actually attacked with this.
Mm.
16 damage to the Cyclops.
Okay.
Dude.
His name's Cyclopore.
Whatever. And that's
Respect
Mallory's
him.
attitude to it.
He went to college.
19. One of the little claymen.
Okay, damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's, yeah.
I've already. Yeah. I'm
19?
doing
Okay,
damage
he's
now.
still, it's still up, actually.
And then.
Oh, wait, never mind. It's a magical attack, so never mind. He's toast.
Yeah. 21 to the last one.
Okay, 20. Okay. All right, so you're going to hit Cyclopore directly in the head and smash 2 of these claymen, which is going to drop them to the ground just like a puddle. Like, your hammer's going to go right through the middle of them like they're a water balloon, and just... Their masks
And
hit
I
the
will
ground.
say the reason I could get 30 to hit is because I add 13 to the roll.
Yeah, it's broken as hell. All right, any other things you're doing with your round?
No, because that is my action and bonus action to do that.
All right, sounds good. Zeno, it's your turn.
All right. So, because I was also stealth, do I also get the advantage on my first attack?
You get advantage on your first attack, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the same attack pattern that Malia did. Actually, I'm gonna
Okay.
make my first attack against Cyclopore.
Okay. Thank you
and
for
then I'm
getting his
gonna
name
make
right.
2 attack. You're welcome. 2 attacks against 2 more of the little clay guys.
Sounds good.
All right, so here we go.
So you get advantage
And
on...
before I roll, I will be doing -5 + 10 on these attacks.
Sounds good. All right, you have
So-
advantage on the first one only.
Here's the first one, and nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, baby. Let's go.
Okay,
Aw.
all right.
Here come the other 2, and they are going to be what's 15 + 7? 22. A 22 and a 23 to hit.
Yep, those are hits.
Okay, fantastic. Let's go.
All right, give me damage. So you have 10 plus your dex plus your roll. Let's find out what that is.
All right, so I add 18 to these. So I'm gonna make the first attack here. Wow, that sucks.
It's still a
That
plus.
crit did 8 + 18, which is what, 26?
Yep.
Is that 26?
Yes,
Okay, 26. For the first one against Cyclopore.
Okay.
And Clay 1 gets 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23 damage.
Yep. Nope. He doesn't
And
exist anymore.
Clay 2 gets 23 damage. And that's
He-
all magical.
Okay, yep. There is one of these clay guys and 4 more by the ship that are kind of like looking over their shoulder, wondering if they should return and fight. They're pretty brainless, I'm not gonna lie. They have an int of like 4. Just enough to
How
basically...
does Cyclopore look after getting hit twice?
He's looking pretty angry. He's like, you have an arrow sticking out of his the side of his chest, as well as like a crack through this like lens that is around his eye. Like just the glass is kind of shattered and like kind of, well, it's more like spiderwebbed from where Mally hit him. Ugh! What? How dare you? All right. You doing anything else with your round, Zeno?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Mars, you're up. What do you do?
All right. I'm just gonna run up because I'm still in like super hidey mode.
Yep.
And double attack this dude.
All right. Your first one will have advantage, so you may sneak attack, but only with the first attack. So.
Only the first one. Okay.
Oh. Unless you have something else that gives you sneak attack at point blank. I don't think you do. The
Well,
goose
the
does
first
not
one
yet.
is also a nat 20.
Are you? Of course it is. Okay, so do me a favor and give me your roll. So that is at your level. Are you at 5d6? I believe you are.
Yes.
So give me 10d6 plus everything else. Jesus.
Okay, so I rolled the first 5 already, just with everything. So that's
Okay.
10.
Also, I like that. By the way, folks, if you are running game at home and you want to speed up combat, ask your players to roll damage along with the attack. It hurts when you roll really well and really well, or really badly and really well, but it does speed things up a lot. Yeah, so you're at... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, you're at 5d6, because you took that level of Warlock.
Yeah. So the first
Oh, wait,
round...
you're 10 and 2, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So... I ended at 25, 31, 34, 39, 42, 46, and then my sword is an 8.
Mm-hmm.
So 46, and then 8 is 52.
And that
Wait,
50,
no.
Yep, it's 50.
40, 54.
Yep.
And then enchanted item is a +2. So
Yep.
56.
Did you add your dexterity mod to that as well?
No, so 56.
60? You have a +4 dex, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And make your second attack, please.
But this one's just straight on, right?
This is just a normal attack.
This is ridiculous.
Holy
I mean,
shit.
unless you crit on this one too.
17 to hit.
That is a hit.
Gonna rogue.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Rogues are so broken.
15. And this one doesn't get the...
This does not get sneak attack, so you just roll your damage, which is like 1d6, I believe, for that one.
1d8 still, because I switched out my dagger for another d8 sword.
Yeah, and it's a light one that you can use, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then that is 12.
Okay, so I need you to describe how this goes. Like, do you just kind of like blur out of nowhere, like, sorry about this, kid, I'm gonna go all out? I just like start stabbing? Like, what does this look like?
Well, I've always imagined that like these kind of attacks are like a blah blah. So like I don't think I could just be like with 2 swords, but like maybe I could just like jump on his back and just like both swords just go into his eyeball through the broken thing, and then jump off his back.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna stab him like that. That crit's gonna like slash him across the eyeball and face. His eyeball is still gonna be barely in one piece, enough that he's not blinded by the. Well, that's a crit. Hold on, let me make a con save. I botched the con save. Okay, so yeah, no. Case in point, you are going to stab him directly through the eye and like slash his back, leaping off of him as he goes.
I can't see. All right,
So now
Catamus
you-
is going to. Oh wait, actually, it's his turn now. So he can't see you. Does he have blind fighting? He does not. He had
I
dark
tried, guys.
vision.
I helped.
He is going to. Oh man, I'm gonna make you pay, man! And is going to roar and is going to take a swing at you, since you are still right next to him. I believe in the power of my disadvantage.
You got that one, didn't you?
Yeah. I got a 16 and a nat one. Winter.
Yeah.
How you have an opportunity attack that you can use on him. And he's blind, so you have advantage. What? You don't have to take it.
But I should.
I mean, I would go ahead, make it. I want to see this nat 20. I want to see this nat 20 come.
Oh boy. Okay, so I
I'd
can
like it
only
if
do
you-
this with one weapon, right?
Yep, you can do this with one weapon. He's blind, so you have advantage on this, and you can sneak attack.
And sneak attack, so I rolled a 5. 5, 6.
Well, what'd you roll on your attack?
Okay, I did not move. Wait 1 sec. I'm gonna
Take a
send
photo of this shit. I need to see this. This is so good. Post it to the Discord.
No way. No
Well-
way.
I was like, I call it. It's gonna be a nat
Did
20.
this just go nat 20, nat 1, nat 20?
I
I got two nat ones in a row.
Okay,
I'll have
guys,
you
guys,
know.
guys.
Oh my
First, I'm
God.
gonna send it in our
Okay,
Facebook
Yeah.
group.
in our Facebook
okay?
chat. Okay,
Well-
hold on. I will
That's
hold
what
it
it
up to
just
the
was.
camera. I will
I was
hold
gonna
it
say
up.
forward that to
Because
me,
I also
Kelly.
got the
Forward
nat
that to
20.
me.
Oh, that's lovely.
So you can't see one
my
of the dice, but there we go.
God.
There it is.
Jeez.
That's glorious.
I will forward it to you, Robin.
And looking at all that damage too.
And don't
And it-
forget
and
that
it
all
doubles.
doubles.
Yep.
So
Yep.
okay,
Oh wow.
so mathing. I hate
I was
math.
expecting this guy with the nat 1 to like accidentally punch himself and die.
You want to know how many hit points he has?
1.
Hey. He is twice as tough as you think he is, buddy.
Okay. Okay.
He has 2 hit points. In one round, Winter, you dealt 64 points of
So that was 60 plus
6.
12, so it was like
60 plus
72.
12.
72. Yeah, because he had 74 hit points at the beginning of the round after Malian's, you know.
Yeah. 1 sec,
so-
I had to look at my picture because I just lost count.
That's okay.
Okay, 1 sec.
That's okay. Yeah, I need to describe this. So like he like reaches out to slam you with his immense fists and just kind of whiffs and stumbles, and tell me what happens when you get your damage.
1 sec. I've had a lot of blue drink. Okay.
I don't even want to know what's in that. I don't even want to know.
Is it like blue milk?
No. Please
No,
no.
Yeah,
it's-
it's fresh squeezed.
Blue drink. So I'm having
milk
problems
is a drink.
counting. Okay. So I had a 6, another 6. That's
That's the number of the beast.
18.
Good job.
18, 20, 28, and
Uh-huh.
then 28, 36, 40,
No, I don't need this page anymore.
4,
He should have just
44,
walked away.
and then my dex mod.
Yep, your
Or
dex
no.
mod.
Dex mod. So 44 plus another 5 is 49.
And it was that with the magic
Not
weapon
the
bonus.
plus- No,
So that's 51.
that's it.
That's all of them. That's all of the damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so 51. So he's minus 49 hit points. Which means that this round you did, what did you say, 51? So this round you did 135 hit points of damage to this guy.
And how many hit points did he have to start with?
Like 115. The damn
got
thing.
you.
Double crit sneak attack.
Double. Well, because
Jesus
you
fuck.
basically because a reaction doesn't count as your round, you can sneak attack on that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
That hurts.
yep, sneak attack. Like rogues with reaction attacks are just devastating. Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right,
why
so-
I decided it's just fun to take some warlock now for spice.
Mars, I need to know what you do.
All right. So he tried to attack me,
He just
and I
goes.
was like,
"Hurrah!" He tries to bear hug you
What-
to death.
"Does he have weapons?"
He does not. He's got like these big, knobby, like punching fists.
Okay.
Like basically, like picture like Hellboy.
So I imagine he tries to lunge and goes like
Yeah.
this. So he's crossed his arms in front of him.
Yeah.
And I'm like probably just like right next door to that. I mean like,
What's up?
and I'm going to do like a. I'm going to take my sword in my right hand and basically do a like a. Just like overhanded down the center of his skull.
Okay. Yeah, the top of the skull is going to go right off and go jug, 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 jug on the ground. And he's going to like take a couple of steps forward. Look
I'm gonna
over
cover
kind
my
of.
goose's eyes.
Does anybody feel cold? I feel cold.
No.
Toast? And is going to collapse onto the ground in a heap. The other
And
putties
then-
are. Pardon me?
I'm gonna look at the other little clay boys and be like,
It's not their turn. It's Cadamus's turn. He's gonna look over at that, look over at them. They're touching my ship. That's enough to hit them. I'm not even gonna bother
What you
rolling.
gonna do about it?
He's gonna go put his axe in. How many axes does he have? He's a third level, or no? He's a. Yeah. Okay. Cadamus is gonna run forward and hack two of them down while screaming and just going, "Ha ha ha! Nobody touches my fucking ship!" And as one of them dies, you're gonna see the best thing, Fadia, as he bisects one's head right off its shoulders. These glowing words are gonna appear along the axe blade that says "Kill +1," and you'll hear this little voice say, "Die, you fucking bastards!" And then he hits another one, "Die, you fucking bastards!" That's right. He has a programmed voice command macro on kills.
where in the Discord
And does
do
it
you
have a
want me
kill
to-
counter on it as well?
Put it in
Post
game
that.
spoilers if you don't mind, or was that kill counter? It goes up on like one of the labrises.
Gosh, amazing.
You'll hear
Hold
do
on.
do 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 do. It's also got like one of those like strobing poles. It's basically an RGB keyboard,
Oh,
but an
yes.
axe because those 3 levels of artificer, bro. Oh shit!
Yeah.
You take that 3rd level of artificer. I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out which one he is.
Infusions.
I think he's a battlesmith. I gotta double check
I
that.
think he's a battle.
Probably a
sense that-
battlesmith. I kind of wanted him to be like Iron Dwarf, but I wasn't sure. Anyway, so there are 2 of these claymen left, and Tia, it's your turn. They're about 30 feet from, about 20 feet from you.
Tia's gonna look down at the dead cyclopore person
Cyclopore.
who was like right in front of her before this all happened. It's gonna look down, look back up, look over at the 2 things over there, and how far did you say they were away from me?
About 20 feet.
I'm gonna cast Erupting Earth on them because I want to get this done quickly.
Do I have a deck save for that?
Yeah, 19.
I got a 13.
Nope, that is not sufficient. I need to grab one more D12, D8, I think it was.
Oh god.
1 second. It is. Oh, I lied. It's actually D12s.
Yay!
How many d12s is this?
Just 3.
Just.
Just 3.
Just.
And additionally, the ground around them becomes difficult terrain.
I think it'll become
It's a
difficult terrain with their
20-foot
bodies.
Cube.
Okay.
I didn't roll that great, but it's like 11, 12, 13, 14,
Dead.
15, 16.
Dead.
Reaches a hand out and just like the ground just like erupts
These clay
into
turkeys.
churning earth.
Yeah, it's just
Basically
gonna,
get mulched by the ground.
The clay turkeys, I love it.
It's
Now
what
with
they sound
that-
like.
that is going to be the end of that fight. The wind whips over the horizon around you as the fight is over.
You know, I almost thought for a moment that I wasn't going to be able to do anything in this fight.
Was that weird for anyone else? That was weird for me.
That was
Oh, it was
pretty
kind
weird.
of fun.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
a
not
warm up,
bad.
Also-
right?
Damn,
I was gonna
Mars.
say I haven't used magic in like 600, 700, 800 years, so that was fun.
Well, you did
Excuse me,
well.
I'm gonna have a drink from my flask. One sec.
So, does anybody know who the fuck that was?
No.
His
No.
name was Cyclopore.
Guessing he works for whoever is in there.
But
Sucks
beyond
to
the fact
suck.
that he's dead, I don't know anything else about him.
He was a wee
Which-
baby, he was.
What was he?
Go.
No, I mean, he was a big fucking baby. He died
Oh.
in like 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Mars poked him 3
Thanks,
times and he
Mars.
died. I mean, to be fair,
Mars,
you probably...
You're quite the fighter.
Thanks.
And Mars is hardcore.
Well, aye.
Also, Malia, that's really fucking cool, but the axe comes back. Like, whoa.
The hammer.
Hammer, sorry. Hammer.
I
Catamus
built the
with
axe.
your axe. Yeah, the axe. Did you program it?
Hey, yeah, I
Huh?
built it, yeah.
That's awesome.
It also... Oh, it does... Oh, hold on. It does this, too. And, since the fight's done, he'll press a button on the bottom and, like, a little firework will go at the top. It goes...
Did you just add that? You haven't used that one before.
No, I mean... I've had... you know, I had a little bit of time. Sometimes you just... You know, you want to update things, you know? I'm seeing what works.
Fair enough.
Actually, hold on. I do have a sound effect for this. So he'll press the button and this will play. I'm sorry that players won't be able to hear it, but the audience will. Where is it? Where is it? It's a level. Is it this one? Yeah. It's the level up sound from Tabletop Audio because I love it. Well, that was the thing.
Well, do we
There's
want to go
some
meet
really
Cyclopore's
quick
boss?
Maybe we could be a little more stealthy this time.
Do the same thing to his boss?
Sorry, I thought he saw us.
I
all,
wasn't
that's
the
why
one
I
that got
started.
spotted, Tia.
Yeah,
Well,
Tia.
sorry, but I still have the magic going, so let's try and rinse and repeat and do better.
Okay. You want me to do better?
You know
yes,
what?
please.
You can do just as well as you feel you need to.
Thanks.
Yeah,
And
No.
it's
just
And I think, you know, in the words of somebody that I was reading about when we were in that magical school, let's fucking go!
all right. Now Zeno says that the camera is going to pull back once again to that scrying pool. And Cycloplore, you pathetic fool. I'll get you next time. If what's in that cave doesn't get you first. And then we'll cut to episode end. So I think that's what we're going to call it there tonight. As you go on a little dragon heist.
beautiful.
This is
I feel like that was a great ending.
When
Mars
you
was
ended
freaking
that,
badass.
I thought you were
God,
gonna be like,
Mars.
I'll get you next time, Dork Tails.
Sort of. I will say that this is what you are encountering now is the beginning of something that Nacro has, as our demonic producer, has backed and requested. So this is a little arc that I can throw at you whenever I'm bored of what's happening on screen. I can have these idiots attack you.
Fine. I
Nice.
like it.
I like having
my
the flexibility to do that. So thank you, Nacro. I hope that was a good little taste test of what is to come.
That was
And
fun.
That was really
That
fun.
was so much fun.
Really
I like
funny.
getting
I
a
just-
little hint of spells. Gravity spells are awesome.
Well,
Holy
when
shit,
when
first
these
level
guys show up,
spells.
I was like, I looked down and I had their stat block prepared, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna kind of work like clockwork soldiers, and I'm like, that's not what these guys are based on, Kelly. Pull out your monster manual. You know what they're actually based on, like what they're closer to when you look at them, and it's like, so they went from being like a CR4 to CR1, and I'm like, yeah, they're probably basically scarecrows. Like they're basically scarecrows. Oh. 11 hit points, huh?
Yeah.
They wouldn't send the big ones after you at the
So
start.
funny.
It's just
No.
funny because Cyclopore
No,
is
no.
actually pretty tough, but not for a level 12 party
And
because
then
you guys
Mars
are
just
baby.
annihilated him.
You just mulched him.
Okay, that was all luck, though.
Yeah.
That was-
I honestly wasn't sure I was gonna have anything to do in this round. I was gonna make it to like Cadmus was gonna act, and I was like, and then Tia just standing there going like,
Huh.
all right, cool.
Because we've all had that, right? Where the person before has just obliterated the enemy, and it's like, I had a
Yeah.
really cool attack plan.
See, I don't plan cool attacks ever anymore. Because
Right?
so I not only do I usually roll last in initiative, but also all of y'all are damage dealers.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Is
I mean,
your
like,
initiative like really no? Like my initiative is a 4. I guess it's just you rolled lower on an initiative.
Yeah.
check.
Well,
Okay.
so I have a +2 to my initiative for dexterity, but normally I'll roll just with my historical luck in rolling initiative in many games, I will roll below 10.
Oof.
Yeah. So I rolled a 9 this time.
Yeah.
But I have historically rolled like 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, that kind of thing. And
So
I've just
initiative.
accepted, yeah, and I've just accepted that this is my lot in life, is that I will rarely roll well.
Yeah, and I tend
So
to
when
roll
I
at
do, it's
least around like the
beautiful.
13 range.
But you
It's,
know
very
what?
Middle.
It's a beautiful
Yeah.
surprise when I roll well.
The thing that I like about when I do roll lower initiative is kind of getting to see a scene play out and be like, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
can think this through,
Yeah.
and this is where it's ending up right at this moment. This is what I can do. Sometimes going first or second really kind of like intimidates me just because I'm like, I don't know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm doing yet. I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm doing yet.
Yeah.
Trying
As a
to decide how the
spellcaster,
fight will start
Mm-hmm.
really sucks sometimes because you're like, are we actually going to fight? Do we have any choice? Should we maybe not?
Hammer to
Yeah.
the face.
I like to, as a spellcaster, I like to be a little lower on the initiative because then you get a taste of what the guys are hitting with or what they're using. Like if there's other spellcasters in the group to target, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, where do I go for the
I-
spellcaster? Being first, it's like, okay, I guess all clumped around. I have this spell, this area effect spell. Cool, I guess I'll just be using that.
I
It's
love
very
having
much
thrown
like-
weapon master now. This is great.
Yeah.
It's a good
It's
I-
like
I
looking
have-
at someone's homework, be like, can I copy you? That's what
I
I
really
feel like
like being
sometimes.
fairly high on the initiative because like Xeno's most powerful hit is the first round of combat.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Because he
Zoom
gets 3 attacks on the first round of combat.
Yeah.
And I just realized that I forgot to do any of my bonus actions that I can add
That's
more
right,
damage.
I
with
got
it.
you.
But
I
you
got
got
you.
me. And I mean, like that's the other thing is like Xeno's attacks individually aren't that powerful, but when you stack
So
3 of them
three.
together, all
Then
of a
boom.
sudden he's just like, "Hey, what's up? Lights out."
And I tend to try and save my spell slots
Mm-hmm.
because if a fight starts going badly, I'll generally do the whole fuck it, I upcast guiding bolt at 5th level.
Yeah.
Fuck this motherfucker.
right.
They go.
In particular.
All right, so folks, we're going to call it here for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Shards of Nyrn. We'll be back next week with the Dragon Heist. In the meanwhile, be sure to come back on Friday for the Reign of Emeries, tomorrow night for Vampire the Masquerade,
I'll be there.
Vampire the Requiem, which is the one that I think is a bit a bit sexier. They're both beautiful, beautiful creatures. The vampire's not Winter. Winter's obviously. I have to time myself out. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Quick thank you to, of course, Nacro, our demonic producer, who threw this little plot line at me, as well as, I believe, Bricarius, the other demonic producer, our Princess of the Patreon, Taryn and Buddy, and, of course, our divine producers, Soul, GM Mike, and or DM Michael Gray, and Schulten. So thank you all so much for being patrons and supporting. If you want to join them and get your name at the end of these episodes, go to patreon.com/dorktales, where you can toss a coin to your streamer, help me eat, because it's helpful, and also support the channel, because this is a full-time gig, and, you know, tip your waiter, tip your streamer if you can. But if you can't, if you don't have the money, that's totally fine. Always join us for as much free content as we can shovel down your throats, because I run games like 5 nights a week, guys.
So many games.
So many games. Too many games. Too many games. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.